Seriously, mister. Okay. Oh, let's hear I'm talking to the fucking dog. Hi.
Hey, come on, Kelly. Come on, Kelly. You gonna do better this time?
It's a long way to go.
Try it again.
That's a big jump. She don't even go down the stairs yet.
She did that bitch the first time.
What's up, cutie?
She said, I got this. I can do this.
Mustard. Hey, Ozzy's still alive.
Well,
Good job, Ozzy. Proud of you, bro.
she did it again.
She did it again. Oops.
She said that jump ain't shit.
You asshole. You are doing that on purpose. Get it.
She said that jump wasn't shit.
Take my shit up there, that way she don't fucking knock it down like she wants to.
I'll tell you shit the fuck up.
Finding shit to chew. Being a puppy. Camera's just me staring at her, the cat staring at her, and you staring at your phone.
Oh, you started it?
Yeah.
Well, Fox, you just be starting the camera and then you don't say nothing to nobody.
I think I said it.
I didn't remember it. I'm deep off in the middle of this game. I can't pause this.
I said Ozzy's still alive. He obviously liked it.
You liked what?
The show.
As in he watching now, or he just told you he saw it?
I don't know if he's still watching. There's 3 people watching, but I don't know if it's him.
Okay, well, let me get out my phone. So
Alright, so we'll go right into the review.
Present for the people.
I'm going good, mate. How you doing? Glad to hear you're still kicking. I know you've been in and out of the hospital.
It's very good news. Glad to hear you are doing okay. Awesome. God damn it.
I mean, it was good. It's kind of going the route I expected it to go. Like, I have a feeling the true bad is going to be Captain America.
Yep. Because he's jealous. And he feels inadequate.
And he became a super soldier.
Yep. But as they said, it enhances who you already are.
Well, that's what Home Dude says.
Well, that's the thing, because supposedly Captain America was a good guy, a defender of truth and justice before.
Right.
And the serum just like enhanced that, so to speak. But because this guy is full of jealousy and rage, those are the characteristics that got enhanced. And you know, he became a dick that would...
I mean, the rage is to be expected. His friend just died. It's kind of crazy he died in that with just that kick.
Well, I mean, it wasn't so much the kick. It was so much as his back being broke, hitting that wall.
Yeah. She kicked the shit out of him, though.
Oh, yeah, she kicked the shit out of him. I imagine because she was mad, because the whole plan was to kill Captain America the whole time.
And now he's a super soldier.
Right. Man, well, which I don't know how it's gonna play from here on out, because I'm like, is he gonna be somebody they gotta worry about? Because
I mean,
I can't imagine.
For one, they're going to try to. I believe that you don't think they're going to try to take the fucking thing away from him.
Well, that's what I was about to say. He can't be Captain America no more after that. Like, he killed a man in cold blood.
Yeah.
And it was videotaped by hundreds of people.
The dude giving himself up.
Yeah, and he was giving himself up. So I don't think he's going to be able to continue to be Captain America after that. But that doesn't necessarily put it into Sam's hands. I'm assuming maybe the solving of this issue is what makes them see that Sam is worthy. I'm assuming he's going to somehow talk this girl down and they're going to end up not having to kill her.
I think they're going to have to kill Captain America.
I don't know if it's so much as that as I think he might get his own self killed. Like, maybe, like, he loses the job, like, they take the shield from him and blah, 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 blah. Because nobody, at this time, nobody knows he's taking the serum still. So maybe they take the...
No, well, like, what's...
Well, I mean, like, the people that's over there that saw it, but, the government won't know.
Yeah.
So, in them thinking that they just, we taking the shield back, blah, 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 they thinking he just becomes an ordinary guy. No issue. But he's probably going to, like, want revenge, or he's probably going to be upset about it and try to, like... Or he may still try to go after them without it and try to use that to redeem himself, and maybe that ends up getting him killed.
Yeah, that dude... I didn't know he was... What's his name's kid?
Oh, yeah,
Russell.
Yes. Kurt Russell.
Yes.
They want you to hate him, and they've done a great job of.
It's not hating him. It's
I think they absolutely want you to hate him. They don't. I mean, bro, he killed someone with Captain America's shield. You know how many nerds are upset about that?
How many?
Quite a few. He had blood on Captain America's shield. That is huge.
Did he do it in the comic?
He killed people in the comics, but never like
with the shield.
With the shield, he shot people. He definitely didn't mind shooting people. He shoot the shit out of people, but using the shield, and from the looks of it, they didn't show his body, but from the looks of it, they made it seem like he literally caved his fucking chest in.
Oh, he cut him in half almost
with the shield.
If not, cut him in half.
I mean, that's fucking brutal.
Yeah,
and it was recorded. People saw it. You can't get around it. People recorded it. It's out there. So he's definitely done for sure.
But that's what they're doing with this, is they're trying to play the whole who's the bad guy, really.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, they want you to hate him because he stands for...
Not necessarily him. Hate the people that came back.
He stands for that. Those people that want power, that want to cling to that power. And that's why she kept saying what she was saying. And she was saying, like, I want to make sure he's not working with Captain America. Because to her, Captain America is just a symbol of all the things that she's fighting against. Yeah.
Because once America got out their hands, like a bunch of Americans died.
Yep.
People started realizing and going back to a world where America wasn't trying to use their own supremacy to keep it the way it is.
Excuse me. And I agree. Yes, he. I mean, he fucked up. That it got him, and now he fucking. But the fact of the matter is, like, he didn't look like embarrassed or like, oh, I fucked up.
No, he was happy.
You could see like him embracing it, like, this is what happened. Like, what's next?
He's a soldier.
I mean, still, besides that, he's psychotic as fuck.
Well, because he's a soldier. Did you not hear what they were talking? It sounds like him and his buddies, like, basically he had to, it was one of those things where he got a medal for something. He basically murdered a bunch of fucking people.
I mean, Fox, I think he's a psycho for other reasons. But still. I mean, because he didn't have no problem killing them people.
Who?
The people he killed over there, even though it was under orders.
No, I mean...
He just said, he didn't say he had a problem with it. He just said it didn't feel right.
To get the medals. That's what he said. It didn't feel right to get the medals. So
that's what I'm saying. So like, I don't think it was so much that he had a problem with doing it. I think it was just that he was like, I wouldn't necessarily agree that I should have been awarded for it. So I think he was a psychopath long before becoming a soldier. it probably made it worse.
To be honest, if you want to be a soldier, you're probably a psychopath.
No, Fox. I wanted to be a soldier.
In a time of peace?
I mean, it didn't matter. I was ready to go to war. I was at a point in my life where I felt like it would give me some discipline.
I felt like when I was 18, I was like, I can't do that. I'm not doing that. You're not going to sit here and have fucking morons tell me how to live my life because they've been here longer. Like,
is that what parents do?
Yeah, that's what I dealt with my whole life. A fucking
I guess that's why I was used to it. I was like,
telling me what the fuck to do without any consequence, without taking any consequences for his own actions. And, what I'm saying, take consequences, yet you've never once taken them. To me, that's why the Army sucks. It's more about loyalty than it's anything else. You get one fucking moron that gets power, and he basically just makes sure that nothing but morons are below him. That's why communism sucks.
Loyalty is very important, though, Fox.
I'm not saying loyalty isn't important.
It is. That's a
loyalty is better
to have.
It's better to have someone who's loyal and honest than someone who's loyal and fucking a bitch.
I guess.
Is it not? Would you rather me be loyal and lie to your face every fucking time I see you, or be loyal and be the truthful person I am?
I mean, but I don't see how that.
No,
I don't see how that equates to being a soldier.
Because if you're talking about a situation where rank is determined usually not by skill, but by what's the word? What's the word for time served?
Tenure. For
the amount of time you've served in a situation, that's when you have problems. Because then someone who is not deserving of a position gets into a position, and because he's not deserving, he makes sure that the people, subconsciously, make sure the people below him are the same as him, if not worse, because you don't want to lose your fucking job. You want to make sure you stay where you're at, that way when the next promotion comes above you, you're the one there. So what do? You make sure people below you are yes men. People will constantly tell you yes. Now again, that's not all the Army. Not all the Army or Navy or all that stuff, but a portion of it is run by yes men. Or people who are just there to get to the next level. And the same with most governments. Like, look at our government now. That's why it doesn't fucking work. Because every fucking person, it's not like sports. In sports, it works. When you take a dude who's basically 6'7" and he's a fucking college athlete and he's a superstar in his college, and you put him with a woman and they produce a baby and the woman happens to be athletic, you get fucking something that's better than what he was. So that's why you see everybody in sports now, half the people in professional sports come from professional sports people. Like, think about it. Jordan's the last one. Kobe Bryant comes from someone who played basketball. Like, everyone comes from someone that plays the sport. So the same thing happens in politics. Everyone in politics is someone who comes from someone who was in politics. And then that just beats dumb shit when it comes to people who need to make decisions. Compared to sports, because then you're just dealing with, like, sometimes it doesn't work. Obviously, Jordan's kids never turned out to be shit. Are they even old enough yet?
Hell yeah, the motherfuckers is about my age.
Okay, that's
one
what
of them. But
it might have been, they didn't have the drive their dad did. You know what I'm saying? Where, do you think...
I mean, why would I? I've been rich all my life. I've grown up like a fucking spoiled kid. So, where would that drive come from?
But that doesn't... But you're disaccounting anybody that comes from wealth. Then.
I'm talking about that specific situation. If you telling me that Michael Jordan kids felt like they had to work and hustle, you shitting me. They've been living a privileged fucking life.
I understand that.
Basketball to them is not nearly as important as it was to their dad, because they got everything they could ever fucking want. All they need to do is
basketball, but I don't
find something to do with their life as an adult.
I don't think money is the reason why Jordan won 6 championships.
It may not have been money, but money is the reason he started playing basketball and went to play at the professional level.
Okay, that's fine. But again,
there's a motivation that takes you to get there. And at some point, because if you know Jordan, like, he wasn't that great when he first got in the league. He wasn't
He was scoring 60 points.
He wasn't Jordan when he first got in the league. Let's be perfectly fucking honest.
Defensively,
Detroit was busting his fucking ass. Let's be fucking real.
So was LA.
I mean, I don't give a fuck, goat or not. I'm gonna keep it the fuck real.
Well,
and he was getting his ass handed to him.
Because
that's why
he sucked, and he wasn't big enough.
That's fine, but at the end of the day, I'm saying that's a separate drive that he had because he's just a petty individual. And he explained that in the documentary.
Okay, well that makes sense.
He took offense to
the goats don't get kids. Do you think LeBron's kids are ever going to be?
LeBron child is old enough to be something now, and I don't think he will be because if he was, you'd be hearing more about him.
Right.
I mean, there's been a few dunks. Oh, he dunked on somebody. Oh.
But if you take all the kids that are coming up now, I bet you most of them have parents that were at least in some semi-professional sport.
I mean,
or college athletes,
and that's true. But I mean, athleticism is something that you can legit pass down to your child. Right. So I mean, you know, if they get that athleticism, I mean, they're gonna do something with it. Mm-hmm. Like it's the same way with intelligence. Like
all I'm saying is intelligence doesn't transfer the same way.
I think it does.
I don't.
I think it does. I think what doesn't translate and what is the constant in both scenarios is the drive.
I think you're right. To be honest, I restate my statement now that I thought about what you said. I believe everyone's intelligence is exactly the same from the start. It's a matter of whether or not you're taught anything.
Well, not everybody's. But
no, there's
generally, I get what you're saying.
But even then, those people
like Down syndrome and things of that nature.
Yeah, that's different.
But generally, I agree with you.
If you're healthy,
with no defects.
With no defects, you're fed healthy meals, food.
Yes, you start out at the same level of intelligence, but what changes is
learning and all that other stuff that goes with it. You're taught actually how to learn. Because I pointed this out on the show. I wasn't taught how to read in high school. I was taught how to read, but not to read. I read it at like 4th grade level because that's when they stopped teaching you how to read. Oh, you know how to sound out the words? You know how to say them in your head? Good. Here's a book.
I struggle to imagine that.
That's what I dealt with.
No, I mean I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying I was a reader, so it was a joy to me to read books.
Why did you read books though? Who taught you how to read books? Because when I saw a book, I just saw a bunch of fucking words, and I had to sound them all out, and it took forever, and my brain would just get so distracted. Not to mention what happened when I was young distracted the shit out of me. So that was first thing on the top of my head. But you had just... No one told me that you're not supposed to read like a fucking 2-year-old. You're actually supposed to let your brain capture it without reading it.
My mom taught me how to read.
She read a lot?
Yeah.
She comprehend the books?
I mean, well, she doesn't read stuff that's... She reads stuff that's very easy to comprehend. Like her...
Oh, so like...
Romance novels.
Where it's more like a story in your head.
Yeah, romance novels, fantasy novels. She reads things of that nature where it's not really so much comprehension. Outside of like specific words, obviously understanding what words mean, words that you read that you have never heard before.
Yeah, I get it. And it's still a skill. She's not trying to learn shit. Which again is different.
Yeah, she's not reading to learn. It's different when you're reading to learn.
Reading to learn is different too. I get that. That's another thing I was taught too.
Because other things play into it. Some people's brains just work different, so they process information differently. Like
he's definitely not going to be able to do this.
You gotta read.
Rudy proofed it up.
Yeah.
There he is.
Rudy.
What's up, big dog?
Hey, how are you?
There's my baby.
Look a little hey.
There's my baby.
Well, a little raggedy ass.
Hi. You gonna say hi? You gonna say hi to Rudy?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So, I'm not looking forward to this transition.
Oh, you can sit in that spot.
What transition
It's
you
your
talking
show.
about?
From this. Oh.
Sit down.
This is your
No,
show.
I always let him have his shirt.
Sit, show.
No, this is your
This
show.
is your show. I'm a guest on your show. Yeah.
Excuse me. I was trying to be polite.
Such a good baby you are. You are such a good baby.
Why isn't my phone charging?
Fox.
That's gonna be a little terror.
Oh, absolutely.
Is this yours?
Fox, I think that's yours. Ain't it?
This yours?
No, it's my wife's.
I don't want to sit on it.
Okay, now it's charging. Okay, good. Because if it don't charge, we don't get no show.
What should I do with this? I don't want to sit on her stuff. You be smelling like me and shit.
Yes, I see. Yes, I see.
You want to go out there and pee? All right, you guys talk about something.
Is it time again?
It could be. She's waking up, so.
We got her on pee patrol, huh?
Yeah, man. Gotta make sure she don't pee in the Kick your good shit here. Coming?
She like,
Go
fuck
ahead.
now.
Come on.
Fuck now. She
Nope.
said it's starting to get
She
chilly
ain't
out
gotta
there.
pee.
No peeing there.
She'll start whimpering.
Mom, no, she don't whimper. She'll sniff around and go to the door probably.
Yes, I was about to say, I saw her go to the door a while ago and that got me. I didn't know she had learned that skill.
Ma is gonna probably go smoke a cigarette.
Dang.
That's what she does. when
Now I
she
want
wakes up.
another dog.
Hmm?
I said, I want another dog now.
Dude, you gotta see his fucking dog.
I kind of want
Whose dog?
It's ridiculous.
What are you talking about?
His dog looks like King Kong.
Ooh.
Like if you took his dog and put his,
Oh.
and you put his dog next to the whole family of dogs that were birthed from Stormy and Knight,
Yeah.
which you have met,
Right.
it would blow your fucking wig back.
He's bigger.
He's so much bigger than him.
Dude, he looks like a Great Dane. Like a Great Dane of fucking Boston.
Right,
Terriers.
a Boston
Like,
Terrier,
he-
yeah.
His belly is almost taller than all of them.
He wider.
Yeah.
Like he's taller than her. She can walk under him.
Oh, damn.
That's not supposed to happen.
It is
with a
not.
fucking Boston.
Yeah, it is
He walks
not.
up and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's crazy. You got your little beast on your hand.
He's
Yeah, a couple of guys that live on my street think he's a pit bull. He's not a pit bull. They think
little
he's
terrier.
Yeah, he's a terrier. He's a terrier, dude. He can be a terrier if he wants to.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, somebody got the dropsies.
Oh, I almost did it. I saved myself from a hole.
Just, I hate that when that happens.
Yeah, I got so many fucking shorts that are like that. They got a hole in them.
Oh, I got a hole, and it's always on the dick. So it's
That's it. Always on the fucking dick.
always on the dick. That sucks.
How old is Boston now?
About 4?
Yeah.
About 4 years old.
Oh yeah, he in firm adulthood now.
Man, but you know,
Hey, man. How'd you sleep?
hello.
Hey, how did you sleep?
Too long?
That's a great question.
Oh, you smoking it.
Oh yeah, I got my own.
What was I getting ready to say? Something obviously
Something
wasn't
about
important.
Boston.
Something that's not important, obviously. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sounds sweet.
Okay, so
I got you some ravioli.
I cannot have Boston in the car with me, and a girl comes up to the car and starts talking.
You go bark at her.
No.
Oh, they won't leave you alone.
No, he starts humping. When he hears a woman's voice, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, he messed me up with about 2 or 3 girls.
Damn.
Because they come up to the car, not recently, but you know, about a year ago.
She hasn't slept yet.
and
She's
and
been
there
up
you
this
go.
whole
He
time.
starts,
She's pooped. She's peed. She's eaten. I gave her food.
That is hilarious. Boston said,
I guess he wants some,
he
but
said, I know what's up.
I don't
It's
know.
because he's not spayed, right? Yeah.
No, he's definitely not spayed. You
No,
can
he
see the
isn't.
little balls flapping back and forth. It's like as it's almost hitting my dog in the face because she's trying to sniff the butt. But she's
They were
so
cute
small.
together, though. They were cute
Yeah,
together.
they're cute. She got slobbered the fuck up.
Yeah, he was licking it.
No, he just slobbered
started
like
drooling.
so
He just
excited.
He just started drooling.
Never been around fucking
He's
dog
not- he-
before.
That's seriously.
Yeah.
That's the only dog that he's been around.
Oh, that's crazy.
Look how sleepy she is.
Yeah, she's sleeping. It's your baby. Baby's like.
She said, yeah, I've been out running and doing everything.
Yeah,
I
we
love
did
her
get to-
face. That like mask, like.
Yeah, she does got a pretty mask. She knows it too. She knows she's a
Cutie pie.
I like how, how she was running up to me and then she just flop over on her
Yeah,
back.
she likes to flop and throw.
She wants you to rub her stomach.
Yeah.
Well, she's also being submissive,
Yeah.
letting you know that she's not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, she said.
Oh, you should see Boston when he'll come over to me and he'll roll over on his back. His legs be like this, arms like that, and I start rubbing his stomach and his chest and his eyes. it's unbelievable. It's like he's in paradise.
Yeah, like this.
He be
eyes roll
all
back
that
in.
teeth be showing.
I've never owned a male dog, so I've never had the problem of having to watch my pet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch your what?
The pet.
Yeah.
You can't go too low.
You don't want to put him on the
Well,
penis.
I don't want no goddamn rocket.
Man, I give him a bath. I wash his penis and everything.
No, I'm not saying that. That's different.
Oh, okay.
That's
You just
different.
don't want to. You don't want to brush up against it.
Oh, no, no.
Him.
I can get all the way down to her belly and be
No,
like,
you're right. No, you're right. Because when I rub his stomach, I go around those.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I don't touch those spots.
Because you're going to stimulate that boy.
I don't touch those spots.
We ain't no pecker
But
touchers.
he loves it. He loves laying on
No
his back.
dog pecker touchers. That ain't happening.
Polo is the first male animal I've ever had, period.
I've had only one girl.
I've had some male cats.
No, I had two girl dogs. Mostly males.
Males are different. Like,
Because when I was breeding those chows, I had I had one male chow and two female chows.
females are more high maintenance. Well, less so in dogs.
Man, chows are probably popular. That's why you did it, huh? They were popular as fuck back then.
Smokey's so
No.
much more high maintenance than Naya, though.
Is he really?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's high maintenance. I think that's just he's needy.
He's a needy cat.
Yeah, because he's like Polo. But Polo's just like a baby. Like he whines a lot to get what he wants.
I want. Look at me.
Yeah, pay attention to me.
Look
that
at
type of shit.
me.
Yeah, that's just
It's a
that's
lot
Polo.
of look at me.
That's Polo.
No, I got into chows because I told you I used to work for a guy that used to train dogs in movies. Mm-hmm. Well, he had to leave town. He moved down to Florida, and he left that female chow with me. So then this other guy that knew him called, and he had a male he wanted to mate. Mm-hmm. He wanted some puppies, so I let him mate with the female I had. But I got he gave me $1,500 and the pick of the litter.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know how chows. You can't keep a chow puppy.
No, they go for like
Yeah.
You
$1,000.
cannot keep.
I had.
Now you can. They're not. I don't
Yeah,
think they're popular.
They're not as popular anymore.
No,
No,
I mean,
no
but
breed.
they're a dog that's always kind of in demand. They're like Rottweilers.
Yeah, 'cause
Anytime.
if you got some property, that's a good dog to have.
Yeah.
I had one,
coyotes.
and when I tell you, like, keep people away from the house and everything, them bitches are excellent guard dogs because they look like fucking bears. That was his name, Bear, because he looked like a fucking big ass bear.
Yeah, they are good guard dogs. And
They're so scary looking. Not anything is gonna come up and fuck with them. Like them, German Shepherds, and Dobermans.
King Corsos.
Yeah, those dogs that just got that vicious look about them. Like, oh yeah, no.
German Shepherds shed too much. That's the only problem.
Yeah, they shed a shit
I had a
ton.
beautiful German
had
Shepherd
one for
at one time,
They shed a shit.
but they
ton.
shed a lot. God, I had to
That's
vacuum
what
all
we
the time.
fucking raised. That's what my family bred.
Yeah.
German
They
Shepherds.
shed too much. Them and Labradors,
but they
Golden
loyal.
Retrievers.
They loyal as fuck, and they'll kill a motherfucker for you.
I imagine so. That's why they're good police dogs.
Oh, and like I told you, the guy, my friend I worked for, he made he worked dogs in movies and stuff
Right.
like that.
A trainer. Yeah.
He was teaching me something called Schutzen. It's a German way of training dogs. My friend also went to Germany for 8 years and learned how to speak fluent German.
Oh, so yeah,
But,
he with the shit.
Yeah, he was teaching me some of those techniques as well. And he was teaching me techniques on how to train dogs to attack,
Right.
stuff like
Oh,
that.
see, now that's when you.
'Cause I used to wear the
attack
thing.
on command.
I used to wear the suit with the big arms.
I've always wanted to do that.
And used to that because we had a dog training center,
Right.
and he sold pets, dogs. So people wanted their dogs attack trained. I was the guy that was the villain.
I always wanted to do that. And let them chase me the fuck down in that suit.
Really?
Yes.
No, I don't do that.
Dude, let me tell you,
That shit.
It still hurt through the
you're
suit.
totally exhausted. Those dogs, man, once they
gonna
clamp
bite
in,
shit.
and they
And
start
they
doing
don't let go.
they start doing like this.
Yes.
Your body's being jerked around.
I was watching a video on YouTube. It was 3 German Shepherds and 1 man. He was running, and they gave him such a head start. He had like a 20-yard head
Didn't
start.
make no
Don't
difference.
matter.
No, I know that. But I'm just saying. I'm setting it up to show you how funny it was. This motherfucker got the running in that suit, and when I tell you, them dogs hawked him down because they fast as fuck. You know, I mean, you don't really realize it, but when it took them maybe about, I would say 4 seconds.
Yeah.
They was on him in 4 seconds. I would say.
I believe it.
And when I tell you, one of them jumped and caught him by the arm. And it whipped him so hard, like
just hanging from his
swung,
arm.
like swung up and swung all the way back. Did not let his arm go.
He ain't gonna let it go.
When they dragged him to the ground, and when they dragged him to the ground, he was laying on the ground.
He ain't doing nothing.
And they was just holding him, and every once in a while they do that little shake, but they was just holding his ass. I was like, I would do that. I would do that.
It's amazing how important dogs were in the development of humans.
Yeah. To protect.
Whoever trained, can you imagine whoever trained that first wolf?
It's not trained.
Or domesticated?
It's more, well, it just naturally happened, I think.
Well, I mean, I imagine so.
Colorado is CO.
Yes.
Yeah, it probably was a situation of like mutual beneficial, like
Well, you know,
yeah, it was.
like
there was
a
some
particular wolf that needed.
well, what problem?
Help or
One
something.
thing that might have happened, they might have ran across some orphan wool.
Oh yeah,
The mama
that is true too.
might
Yeah,
have died or something,
and it started.
and they
with that.
started raising them. They started feeding them.
Yeah.
Once you start feeding animals,
Yes.
once you start feeding,
or not. You don't. You can feed a wolf from
Listen.
the day it's born, and it'll still fucking eat you if you get it the right
listen.
way.
I don't believe that.
Listen.
I'm telling. I'll look it
If
up.
you have it
Especially outside the pack.
if you have it from a baby, and you feed it and it sleeps with you,
Right.
more than likely it'll never attack you.
I mean, because let's be perfectly honest, these motherfuckers is getting lions to roll around and play with them and shit.
Hold on, I get that. Yes,
But they'll
lions
they'll
are
probably
completely
never.
different than wolves.
But they'll probably never domesticate. I mean, you know, they were
Yes,
probably
lions are
domesticated
way
lions.
worse predators.
No, wolves are.
No.
Lions are.
You
like
keep comparing. You keep comparing a pack of wolves. We're not talking about a pack of wolves. We're talking about one solo solitary
No,
wolf.
he said a little pack of wolves.
Well, yes, but they're from babies. Like if you
No.
raise them from babies,
They're gonna know each other and they're gonna eat you. At some
no, Fox. I don't think so.
I believe it. 'Cause you can't own a wolf.
I'll put it to
It
you
has
this.
to be a wolf dog hybrid.
I'll put it to you like
You're
this.
not allowed to own. a wolf.
You can't own it, but that's beside the point. We're talking hypothetically. If you could,
You're
because
both right.
there are a lot of
You're
animals
both right.
Okay.
There are rare
that will be
instances where
loyal
people
to you if
raise
you fucking nurse them.
animals that are supposed to be wild and they
Yes.
never have a problem with it.
Yes.
Then there are other incidents
Yes.
where
I mean, yeah, you just
the monkey whipped the lady's face off.
I was just about to say that. Sometimes they just spaz out.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just spaz out.
Which
And-
is what the problem with wild animals.
But let's be perfectly honest. Also, too, that monkey was probably being stimulated.
Look at that. Look at that.
That monkey was definitely being.
Look at that. Just
Oh, she is
smile.
out.
I'd like to lie.
That monkey was probably being stimulated, and because that woman should not have been owning that monkey, she probably didn't even take the steps she should have taken to actually own a
The
chimpanzee.
monkey didn't attack her.
No, it didn't. That's what I'm saying. But it was probably agitated, or there was probably something. There were probably signs that because she is not a trained chimpanzee
she's like a
person,
No, she was. The lady owned it.
she owned it. I don't think she was trained. I think she just owned it.
I'm pretty sure.
telling you, Fox. I don't think the woman was trained.
All I know is she called her girlfriend over to help her. And the,
Yes,
and the monkey
because that's the
fucking
first thing.
her.
Why would you call over your girlfriend who's an average everyday person to help you with this dangerous animal if you're an expert?
Well,
and two,
no, the animal had never
Done it
been
before.
aggressive to her ever before. It was like a baby to her.
okay, but still though, you knowing it's a wild animal.
So-
it also ain't been around this woman
So
at all.
I would say the same thing about wolves.
And then this woman is coming in on its personal space.
But wait a minute now.
Well, I just think of wolves more like dogs.
No, they're not. They don't need
Hey.
you. They
Okay,
do not
that-
need you. There is a complete big difference between a
Well,
wolf's mentality.
most wild animals
you
don't
are
need
food, but the wolf's mentality
This
is
is
you
true.
are food.
This is true, but cats don't need you either.
Yeah, but they're not big enough.
That don't mean shit, but they still never even get vicious enough to like attack you, and like
Because they're full.
they develop a symbiotic relationship to where they understand. Okay, I can be nice to this person.
You was a
because
big
this person
word,
feeds me every day.
You were
Well, that's
symbiotic
what
on
I'm
us.
saying. Like, I definitely believe that you could raise a wolf from a pup, and you could get that wolf to believe that, okay, this person is a part of my pack. They're feeding me every day, so I don't have to attack them because I don't need them for food because I'm getting fed every day. I think there are very few animals that would still attack you in those circumstances. Like snakes. Snakes are different. I would never trust a snake ever because I don't care. No matter how big, no matter how often you feed it, if it is big enough to eat you, I just feel like it could decide one day that it may want to eat you, no matter how often you keep it.
Remember that guy last year?
Because it's a snake.
Was that a couple of years ago? Remember the guy that was going to let a snake swallow him?
Oh, see, no.
Remember that?
I do remember that. That man was a complete asshole. Why in the fuck would you do that? Let a snake swallow you. What happened? What if you accidentally suffocate while you're going down? You have no way of signaling to anybody.
Yeah, the cord that was going to go.
Wait.
So you can still breathe?
Someone was gonna.
Yeah, somebody was going to let a snake swallow him. I don't remember on what platform.
I don't think it happened, though.
No, it's somebody.
Something happened where it didn't happen.
Somebody stopped, like Peter or somebody stepped in and forced him to not do it or something. But he was going to. What if it crushed like your windpipe or something, and you couldn't breathe and you suffocated in that bitch? And
You're supposed to have a tube.
You can't let nobody know that you can't breathe. You just dead, and you're a snake meal at that point. And then people are sitting there watching it. They waiting like, is he going to come back out?
I'm going to tell you, man, there's some big snakes in some of these jungles, especially in Amazon. They have gigantic snakes, man.
The longest snake in the world is like 33 feet. When I tell you that is more than enough to swallow me alive,
and as big as round as you are.
Right. I don't need none of that. No problems. I'll never forget.
And you got that jaw that opens up twice. It's what they call a double hinge jaw.
Mm-hmm. I will never forget. I was in high school. My mom's boss found a picture from somewhere on the internet, and she brought it home. She printed it out. That tell you how old this was. This is before you could show on the phone, and email it to your phone and shit. She printed it out from a fucking computer printer.
Yeah.
She brought it home and showed it to me. This guy got swallowed whole by a snake in Africa, and the village people, they went and chased the snake down and killed it and cut him open. And when I tell you that man, it was a grown ass man, 6'1". He was tucked inside that motherfucking snake body. Yeah. I mean, of course he was dead, but
I got government like.
What's over for information?
Western Great Lakes State. It's like on U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. Dogs versus wolves and hybrids. It took many thousand years for this is what they say. It took many thousand years for humans to selectively breed canines for the traits that make the modern day dog, such as delightful companions, congeniality, whatever that is.
Congeniality, yeah.
Flexibility and eagerness to please. It is simply impossible to instill these traits into a wild animal overnight. Many unsuspecting wolf lover have purchased a wolf pup only to find that it is largely untrainable, since it does not care much about pleasing its owner, and that as it grows into adulthood it becomes unpredictable, if not downright dangerous, especially around children and small animals. Many such animals end up living a miserable lives and in a chains after frustrated owners give up trying to take care of the animal properly. When such animal is cornered, frightened, reacts by attacking a human, often a small child. Instance reinforces the common misconception of wolves are bloodthirsty. They don't care about you. You're never gonna. A cat is different in a sense, especially a big cat they're the same as cat, like you said. They're the same as them. The difference is they can't eat you. A big cat can. If you didn't feed it, it would eat you. But if you kept it, like you said, fed all the time, it's going to be a cat. As long as you're done, but you still have the risk of something happening. Look at the dude that trained cats the whole fucking time.
That's what all wild animals.
Who's that guy that fucking lost his life basically to it?
That's with all animals.
Are you talking about Siegfried and
Roy?
That's with all animals. Yeah, that was fucked up. But it was probably whooping that tiger ass, and that tiger was like, "Bitch, you got a story for you.
I got a story.
I got your back," and he probably fucked him up.
I don't think it was on that. He didn't. He loved his cats.
Yeah, that's true. But they still ate him, and the other man they ain't fucked with. They love the fuck out of him still.
I know, but it's because it's.
Girl, he did something. I mean, Fox, he did something to piss that cat off. I'm telling you, because it was two of them up there, and they only showed aggression towards him. They didn't even show any aggression towards the other man.
You know how many times I've pissed my cat off?
I'm just telling you, Fox.
You know how many times my cat wants to.
Your cat is 500 pounds.
That's my point.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm talking to the fact of the matter that there was probably something he did that cat didn't forget.
I think that cat weighed more.
And he probably did. That's a tiger. It probably weighed about 7 or 8.
But cats are different than wolves.
Yes, they are.
But we talking generally, you can provoke any wild animal to attacking you. Any animal. Any
A
animal.
wild wolf will fucking attack.
And the lion is probably much smaller because they wild.
Randomly.
Okay, it may. And I'll shoot that bitch in the head. Shit. Fox.
And then it even goes on to say there are large ass breeds of dogs all over the place in shelters. What the fuck do you need a wolf for?
I mean, nobody wants a wolf.
I got a story
There
for
are
you.
people out there that are trying to.
I got a story for you.
There's hybrids out there. all
Listen
over
to
the place.
this. I used to live in Nebraska on a farm, and I rent the house from the farmer. And the first night we went out there, it was this big ass. I thought it was a wolf.
Right.
I saw this wolf, and so I called the farmer up on the phone. I said, "You didn't tell me we had wolves around here."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "We don't have any wolves." I said, "Man, I saw a wolf." He laughed at me.
Right.
So about 2 or 3 days went by, and I kept smelling this foul smell. And it was a dead deer. A truck had hit a deer and knocked it on the side of the road. It was there half eaten. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
So the next night, I go outside to smoke a joint, sit on the porch, smoke a joint, and there was a wolf laying on my porch.
I'm dead.
He had been eating the dog's food. Okay? So I called wildlife.
Animal control. Yeah.
They came out there, he said, "That's not a wolf." I said, "Yeah, it is." He said, "No." He said, that's what we call a timber wolf. I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "It's a wolf and a dog mated."
So it's a hybrid.
Yeah, it's a hybrid.
People did that shit on purpose.
It was, okay, so what is that?
Okay. Grilled chicken blackened chicken mac and cheese.
Oh, go for that.
Right. It better be good.
It looked good.
It do. It does look good. And then this little salad. Yes.
Oh, you all hooked up.
Right. I ain't ate all day.
Well, you need to be hooked up.
Look.
Yeah.
I ain't ate all day. I went disking today. I left the house at about 1 o'clock.
And bread stuff.
I woke up at like 11. And I left the house about 1 o'clock. And as soon as I got back from disking, I came in the house, put my stuff down, and I came over here.
Ah. You've been rolling all day.
Mm-hmm. It's been quite the eventful day.
So, I took this dog. I took him and I started feeding him. I had 3 other dogs. I was on the farm. I had 3 other dogs.
Right.
Took him in, started feeding him. He was real, he acted like a normal dog. So we had to leave for the weekend. We went to Colorado for the weekend because I was living in Nebraska.
Right.
So we come back from Colorado. I'm looking around the farm, make sure everything is right.
Right.
So I go over to the pen where we had this bull pig.
Big hog.
Oh, he was 700 pound hog.
Oh, yes, sir. That's
Big sucker, right?
a fat hog.
When I looked into the thing,
You don't like it.
when I looked into the thing, he didn't have no ears, he didn't have no nose, and he didn't have no feet.
What?
You're about to feed him.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like.
So then, that dog I was telling you about, he comes right up to me, blood all over his mane, all over him. He killed.
Killed the fucking pig.
Yeah. A boar.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was
Not just a pig.
Yeah, that was a fight.
It can defend itself.
Yeah, that was a fight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was a fight.
He killed it.
That's insane.
That was a fucking fight.
Yeah.
So he wasn't completely domesticated. That's what I'm. The
Yeah,
point
he
I'm
still had a
making.
little wild in him.
Yeah, a lot of
You
wild.
wore that pig out, I'm dead. And then ate all the soft parts.
The ears, around the ankles,
And the nose.
and the nose, gone.
I'm dead. Well, and then they don't have like,
I stopped letting him in the house. I still fed him, but I wouldn't let him in the house
Yeah.
after that. But I still fed him, but I wouldn't let him back in the
oh
house.
yeah, man, you got to stay outside doing shit like that.
With meatballs.
You got to stay outside.
Oh, there's a pretzel over there if you want a pretzel stick.
I just got through eating before I came over here.
What'd you eat?
Salad. I had broccoli, green peppers, red peppers, what do you call that? Cauliflower
Oh, nice.
with some ranch dressing with jalapeno in it. And some cheese.
That sounds delicious.
Maybe she's sleeping. Someone's gonna sit on the couch and eat.
Go ahead.
She's still on the floor.
Yeah.
Well, she's in her
She in her little bed.
in her bed.
She got a little bed.
Yeah.
And baby said, I'm sleeping in my little bed.
She flops out.
You know that bed you gave me?
Uh-huh.
The dog bed. So I took it home, put it on the floor. He would not touch it. He walked around it. He looked at it. He wouldn't touch it. So I fell asleep. But about 2 weeks went by. And I fell asleep and I woke up. And I could hear him snoring, but I couldn't see him. The fuck is he here? He's on that bed sleeping.
That's my cat like that. Like I be trying to buy him shit like that. He gonna give it at least like 2 weeks where he just like, bitch, I don't want that fucking shit. And then one day just randomly, cause I got there's this little thing. It's like a it looked like a hermit shell, but it's like cushiony, and it has an opening, and the inside of it is like wool, and you're supposed to go inside it and lay down.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna see if he used this shit. I sat that bitch in the middle of the floor, and for like weeks, he walked around that bitch looking like, wow, bitch, I don't want that fucking shit. And I think I woke up in the middle of the night one night looking for him, and I couldn't find him. That bitch was in that motherfucker snoring like a motherfucker. I said, well, I guess he just had to make sure that shit wasn't up to no good.
Well, I made it to 7 o'clock. It's 22 hours. I ate something at 9 o'clock last night.
And this the first thing you ate since then?
Oh, good God, no.
The old guy, no. Excuse me.
I ain't dead, so
I be.
why?
You wouldn't be dead. You might be uncomfortable, but you wouldn't be
I got
dead.
to eat.
You'd definitely be uncomfortable.
I got to eat. You know, right? You know me. I'm greedy as fuck.
Some days I only eat once. Yeah, some days I only eat
Well, I'm
once.
gonna eat this, and I'm probably gonna snack on some kind of dessert thing right before 8 o'clock,
What time is it?
which
7
will be
o'clock?
like fruit or a yogurt.
I'm gonna eat a whole nother meal before I go to bed.
Well, I try to eat.
If I eat again, I'll probably make another salad, if I do. But I don't feel hungry. And my doctor gave me a good report other than the arthritis. You know, I'm not diabetic, all that. My blood work was good.
That's good to know.
Now, Fox. The salad gets an F.
Huh? You get some what?
An F.
Alright.
I mean, I guess I can give it a D.
You did not like the salad?
I can give it a D because, I mean, the greens was crisp and fresh. And tomatoes was fresh. It just was a pitiful salad.
Where'd you get it from?
It's called Simple Palette.
Simple. Oh, well, there you have it.
And where's that at?
Van Dyke in like 10 Mile.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But they redeemed themselves on the mac and cheese.
I
Or
told you.
they see they redeemed themselves on the mac and cheese.
Yeah, the mac and cheese is good.
Speaking of that, scoop me a little bit of that mac in here.
I ate off the fork.
I don't.
Oh, give me your fork.
Yeah, there you go. Hold on. I'll go get it for you.
That was hilarious.
Fucking COVID. Man, the 19th, every adult human can go get.
Fox, you straight up ridiculous. That man said, hold on, and then doused that spoon. I'm dead. Did I miss?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
shit.
Those are shells, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You want
okay.
piece of chicken?
Nah, yeah, if I throw it in, let me taste that black one.
It's spicy.
That's
as hell.
good.
It's spicy.
It's a limited time thing. They don't have it on there all the time.
Oh, well, it's pretty good.
I mean, the mac and cheese is always on there, but
There's the chicken with it.
yeah. They actually have lobster mac and cheese.
Oh, child.
Uh-huh.
Now I live for me some lobster.
I could live without it.
It's a lot of these seafood places showing up in Detroit right now.
A lot
A
of
lot of, oh yeah,
That butter
crab.
sauce.
They don't sell nothing but crab and lobster
So they're like pots and shit.
and crawdads.
Yeah. I mean, I like pots. I like steamed pots.
Yeah,
That's
I like a
what you
good
have to
pot
eat.
too. I like a good pot.
That's something you have to be in the place to eat, though.
Yeah.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I mean, it's not the same at home.
I wouldn't do it like this, where it's delivered.
Yeah. I mean, how do you even deliver that? I mean,
Well-
it obviously don't come in a pot.
Well, that bar there on 8 Mile and Ward called HT's, about twice a year they have pots. They do pots. And you can get it carried out. They got a special container
Should've.
for it. It's like a little barrel. It's a special container. Oh, I think it costs like about $25. But man, it's got the sausage. It's got everything in it. So good.
That sounds good. I love, and then I just recently developed a like for oysters.
I love oysters.
I did not care for
Oh.
oysters at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't like raw oysters.
And that's what I was told. I
don't like
tried them
raw.
raw first,
I don't like them raw.
and I hated it.
I shouldn't say I don't like them. I would rather not eat them raw.
Yeah, I don't like them raw, and that's what I thought clams were. And then
Oh, no.
Oh, no,
I mean,
clam is
oyster-
different.
I say clam, but I meant oyster. And then when I just visited my parents in February, we went to a oyster house, and I had oysters Rockefeller, and I had
Half shell?
I had them some other way. Yeah,
I'm so happy you didn't order chicken strips.
that's not what I ordered. They ordered
Oh, okay.
2 trays of 2 different types. Oh, there was the Orleans. So I guess it was a specific type of, like a regional type of oyster. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the Orleans. And that one was good as fuck because that bitch was like, it had like kind of like a grill flavor to it. I'm dead. That dog is a mess.
Is she?
But they were good as hell.
She's gonna go real fast.
And I never thought I would like oysters.
All right.
They used to have this thing called Tom's Oyster Bar
But yeah,
here in Detroit.
right across the street from the Ring. That's where.
Yeah, that's where it was.
I was
There's
about to
still
say-
one.
Huh?
It's up in Bloomfield. It's up in on M10, I think.
Oh, they moved up there. I think it was more than one though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
'Cause I think it was one in Grosse Pointe too. Right off of
I know there's a fishbone.
Mac
there.
or Kirchavoy, one of them. I do not like fish bones.
That place.
To me, it's overpriced and the quality.
It is
isn't that good.
overpriced. It is
Quality
overpriced.
isn't-
It's not authentic.
Yeah,
Like,
the
I had that.
quality isn't that good.
I had that gumbo and
I tried it.
It's not.
I tried it 2 or 3 times.
You know, he lives like next time you come by, we'll have to set it up to where I'll give you some money and you'll pick up that Creole place across the street from you.
Oh yeah.
Cause see if that's authentic.
Oh, it is.
Next time you come interrupt
Oh.
the show.
Yeah. Just let me know. I'll pick up a couple of things.
yeah, because
You like gumbo and shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Red beans and
I've ever
gumbo,
red beans and rice.
gumbo jambalaya,
See, I don't know the difference.
etouffee.
Oh,
Jum-
etouffee, yeah.
Jambalaya is a rice mixture. So it's like the rice, the roux,
Right.
then all the beans or whatever else you put in it. Etouffee is rice covered in like a sauce,
Like a gravy.
like a gravy,
Yeah.
yes, with meat and stuff in it. And then obviously gumbo is supposed to be kind of, it's like soup.
It's like a stew.
Yeah, like a stew because
Oh,
it's
like
got
a
all the
stew.
different meats and stuff in it.
And see, I don't like really hot. I don't like hot peppers. And another thing they put in there I don't like is that slimy stuff.
Okra.
Yeah, I do
Okra.
not like okra. Now I can eat it fried. If it's fried, I can eat
That's
it.
the only way I like okra.
It's the only way I can eat it. I
I don't
can't.
like okra either.
I can't eat the
Not
slime.
slimy.
No, I can't. I mean the slime, but not the
And then they put it in black eyed peas too.
Yeah, they
It
do.
be slimy as fuck in that shit. I do.
And I love black eyed peas. A good black eyed pea.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe put some
With some cornbread.
and put maybe some turkey in the black eyed peas. Oh, that's a meal right there, buddy.
Yo.
If you say so.
You don't like black eyed peas?
If it's seasoned right. What do you mean?
I don't know. I've never had it.
You've never had black eyed peas.
No. Do you? Excuse me. Where the fuck am I gonna go get black eyed peas really done up?
I guess he's right.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I
I
guess
grew
so.
up in fucking Holly.
That's right. I keep
I lived
forgetting.
in this north area of town. There's no black eyed peas. Like even if I had, it probably wasn't very good.
Well, you know what?
It was probably the
Some
way
of these
it had
shows-
no flavor.
So some of these shows we're gonna do food too. Or some of
That's what
these
I'm saying.
shows
You can interrupt one of these shows and
we're gonna do food too.
How was it, baby?
I was about to say we might as well because me and him, we pretty much eat
Every time.
every episode. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do food.
I felt the way about it at first, but then I thought about it and I was like, I mean,
There's another.
I'm like, our videos be like an hour and a half, 2 hours long. So like they should definitely understand. Oh, they gotta eat.
I think we should do beer too.
I could do beer.
You know, a couple of the
You don't like beer though.
he could try it once. Come on.
Well, yeah, you can try it. You don't have to drink it.
We're gonna talk about the type of buzz you get from beer and weed.
Okay. Okay, yeah, 'cause it is very different. It is very
Trying to
different.
stay in. Her butt was in for a second. And then just like,
Oh, unless she's all the way out, huh?
Yeah, she can't even stay.
She's
in.
moving. She's moving around in her sleep.
She does.
She's busy in her dreams. She's doing stuff. Look at her. They're so sweet. So innocent.
Little puppy dreams.
The older she get, she'll stop letting go like that completely. She'll learn how to do that little half sleep where you still. Oh, wait a minute, bitch. What's going on? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it amazes me that my dog will be completely asleep, but his ears will be like this
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
whole night.
That's what I learned that about my cat
And the
too.
slightest little noise I hear, his little head goes, pops
Yeah.
right up.
When my cats were kittens, they were like that too. Like they would do that full deep I'm out sleep where you could be walking around them like now and they dead. But the older they got, they learn how to fine tune that shit. Now I don't care how sleep my cat is. If I walk by, either an ear gonna come up and move around, or their head gonna come up. Like it's like he don't have that full sleep in him no more.
Liquid death.
Yeah.
And it's water.
Whoa. It's a water that they call liquid death.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now Fox, they could have.
But why would they call it that?
Did stand out?
They could have seen
Oh, it
it.
stands out. It definitely stands out. You're
I
right
don't
about
know.
that.
Because there's a lot of people out there like skulls.
Oh, you're right.
They could have threw some salt in that pasta water.
Truth. I don't disagree with that. But that fucking barbecue sauce they have is fucking zingy as fuck.
It smelled good.
It's good. It's that fucking.
You ate it all?
Yeah.
Because I fucked up. I was sitting there thinking about that. I was supposed to ask for one of them.
You should have asked.
You said
But I looked up and I thought they was
You
gone.
said you ate it all, and his face went, yeah. What the hell did you think I did?
I haven't had fucking.
I knew he was gonna fuck it up. I didn't think to ask for one.
I ain't had meatloaf or meatballs in
Yeah, that sauce smelled good as hell.
about 4 or 5 years. Maybe the wedding. Maybe the Lou's wedding was the last time I had some meatballs, and even then it was like 1 or 2.
Were they
Those are
Swedish?
good. What, Lou's?
The meatballs.
No, they were just like cheap meatballs from, frozen meatballs. So yeah, I guess Swedish in a way.
I was being funny because really and honestly and truly, I don't know what makes the meatball Swedish.
It's a sauce.
Yeah.
Isn't it like grape jelly
It's the sauce.
and something else?
No, it's the brown sauce.
It's a sweet sauce.
Yeah, it's a
As
very
opposed to
specific-
either a red sauce or a barbecue sauce.
No, it's a specific sauce that's
Yeah.
made for sweet, like
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
yeah, and it's brownish.
Yeah, it looks like gravy.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
gravy. You never been to IKEA?
No.
Oh.
I like
Yeah, but I never eat their food.
I like
Well, I
barbecue
know,
sauce
like
on my
people,
meatballs.
like it's like
Yeah.
we actually stopped there when we were working one time because we were bored as fuck out, and we had to wait
You out in,
Canton.
yeah.
So we're like, oh, dude, never had IKEA or never been it because it got built, so it was brand new shit.
Brand new. I was in there.
I done ordered shit for my kid.
Yeah, it's been a while since.
That's a
I've
big
been
place, man. That place is huge.
For girls that like to spend money, it's a bad place.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Because a lot of stuff's really
Well,
cheap.
for anybody that likes to spend money.
And then
I
it
walk from
my
there,
friend
probably about a
Fish.
decade ago. It's the only thing he goes with still.
Yeah.
My
You know what
friend,
I mean?
my friend
Come on,
Fish,
Rock.
he shops there. His house is full of IKEA stuff. I mean, when I say full, I mean full. We go there, he gets 2 yards.
I did a whole kitchen.
IKEA, yeah.
My only thing is the fact of trying to put that shit together.
Yeah, they made. Well, I mean,
Well,
I got a dresser from them bitches.
they give you the instructions, but they're so specific technically.
I'm the technical motherfucker in the house. Like, I'm the one. I put together all of the
You
TV
figure shit out,
stands,
right.
I put together the bookcases. I do that. So naturally, I'm like, I got this shit.
I got this, right.
When I tell you that dresser kicked my fucking ass, and it, because the thing about it was, got the whole thing together. It's a big dresser now, because the drawers on it are probably about this wide. So it's a pretty big dresser. Got the whole thing put together, found out the sides, I had them flipped.
Oh, that's fucked up.
And didn't notice it till I got
So you got
everything put together.
done.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, why does this side look kind of different from the top? Because the finish was different. And I'm looking like,
yeah, it's the inside finish.
yeah. So I'm looking around, I'm like, what the fuck? It's not the same.
Don't be smoking weed when you put your...
Man. And then don't even get me started on the fucking drawers. Like trying to get them fucking tracks.
Oh, yeah.
The drawers.
That's things. You know, they have a hotline. It's so difficult for people to do it. They have a hotline you can call.
That shit blew my
And
motherfucking
they'll
mind.
tell you and send you shit
Dude.
about putting shit together.
Look, you send me some shit from Walmart. I had that shit together in 15
No
minutes.
problem.
It's just it's the stuff that's there. It's what kitchens in Sweden look like. It's no joke, dude.
No, I believe
Like that shit. Like Brian's kitchen is amazing, and it's a brand new condo, so it makes sense why it would be amazing. It's got induction fucking stove. You know what that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what an induction stove
It's a
is?
flat top.
That doesn't burn you. Type shit.
Right.
you can put your hand on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That with the whole oven, the whole fridge, blah 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 blah. You come around, everything's all organized because it's Brian.
Of course.
You open it up, and they have their whole fucking their recycling is separated, so it's got a whole drawer for
Glass
just
and
recycling.
plastics.
Yeah, and they can't have a can like this. They have to have a little, they have to put it out in little bags because they have these little garbage chutes that are out in their fucking yards that they have to put them in. And you have to fit it in there, so you can't use a bag like that; it won't fit.
Yeah.
They figured it out.
So they almost force you to use less trash, or you gonna have more bags? Because
Well, they force you to.
if I didn't have a
Separate
small,
shit.
if I didn't have a small trash can, then that
They force you to separate stuff.
I have to empty. Me and Paul, it's crazy how much trash we go through. I have to empty our trash at least once a day.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
So everybody goes through a lot of trash. But that blew my mind because
I don't go through a lot.
Well, of course you wouldn't. It's you and the fucking King Kong dog. That's all it is.
I'm dead at the King Kong dog.
He's huge. It just blew my wig back when I saw him. You cannot be kidding me. That is not a Boston Terrier.
I let him eat anytime he wants to eat. He eats his food and sometimes half of mine.
That's what my cat is.
And he's super active. You should see him running. Oh my God. He can run, dude.
And then see the offset is he burning the excess off because he runs and does stuff. My cat, I mean, now granted, he's not like huge.
Oh, it's raining.
Yeah, he's not like huge. It's like he's supposed to be between like 12 and 14 pounds, and he weighs like 15 and a half, I think. So he's like a pound and a half overweight. I mean, the vets are cool with it, so I've been cool with it. But he like that too. Like he can't eat when he want.
Yeah.
Like either because he either getting a meal or he getting treats. We don't like he don't eat table food, but
My dog eats everything.
yeah, I was about to say dogs are
That
much more.
sucker eats.
I mean, he could if
No, I should say everything.
if he could.
He don't really like sweet stuff that much.
Yeah,
Your dog?
Yeah, but he loves everything else.
we definitely offer it.
Oh, excuse me for a minute. Before I forget, do you remember a guy named Mitch at the club?
Mm-mm.
He used to always wear black cowboy hat. Well, he died.
That's a dude that had colon cancer. Like,
Yes. Well, he died, and they're
he made it
having
this long?
and they're having a memorial for him on the 16th of April.
How the hell did he make it? I heard that the Simpson one wasn't doing shit.
No, it didn't do anything for him.
Damn, dude. That's a lot of years. It's like 5-7 years.
Yes, it's been at least 5 for sure.
Yeah, that shit takes you quick, they said.
My uncle died within 2 years once he found out he had it.
Yeah. You know, he had to
Still,
be.
you have to piss on his grave.
He had to be. Mitch got to be in his late 70s. He got to be about 76 or 77 years.
Oh yeah, I know. He was old when I knew him. Yeah, when I met him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was one of those old dudes that was drinking coffee with the hash in it.
Yeah.
With Michelle.
Well, that's who texted me and told me about his death,
Oh, yeah.
Michelle. And so she told me to tell people to come down to the club on the 6th. It's the 16th or the 17th. Let me look on my. Make sure I get the date.
We'll have a tournament one of those days.
It is that time of year, isn't it?
Yeah. Yup. I played in a little tournament today. Made $100.
Oh shit! Tournament on, motherfucker! Tournament on!
Right?
I mean,
Right.
of course, right. It ain't wrong.
I know.
There ain't no way that shit is wrong.
Fox,
What?
I gotta say something.
Did you eat all that?
Hell yeah!
Oh wow.
He don't play. He don't play.
No, that's not what I meant. I didn't know.
That's how you know we best friends. I'm dead that we both ask each other the same fucking questions. Knowing full well the fucking answer.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
You know I fucked that shit up.
I just think about like Chelsea couldn't finish it. I was like, well, that's Chelsea.
Hell no. Yeah, I fucked that shit up.
And the rain is coming down.
Fuck that shit.
It's supposed to rain all night, I think.
Yeah,
Like this?
might get worse than this.
It's been getting pushed
It
off.
might get
was
worse
supposed
than
to-
this.
It was supposed to start Friday.
It's
been
gonna
getting
go
pushed
until
off.
I think it's gonna go until Monday. I think,
Man, it's supposed to be shitty.
Oh man, I'm supposed to play real golf tomorrow.
and the temperature's gonna drop to 20 degrees. They say.
Oh, they said you got a week full of 70. Bitch, welcome back to reality. That's a hot mess.
You know what? As long as it's not snowing and
We're still
cold,
this thing's
good.
still on you eating your food. That's how long of a delay it's on.
Damn, that's crazy. Cause
We got put on a longer delay.
yeah.
Oh, because
we're being punished.
We're definitely on a
We're
longer
being
delay.
punished.
we being watched.
We was bad boys.
They said,
Laugh. Look how long ago that was. Like I went over there and I took.
The thing I weird is gonna be when you're talking about. But
look, yeah.
Wow, it's gonna be really hard to talk to people on here.
We're sorry.
you spanked us enough.
Right, forgive us, Facebook.
Did you see that bitch drop that dude's arm like that?
And pull that bitch, let that bitch fall right on off.
Yeah, like what are you gonna do?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh,
Like how the dude has the metal arm in the show we watched that we got banned on Facebook
For
for.
watching.
Oh yeah, right.
She fights. Well, you know, there's a Black Panther, right?
Right.
Yeah, you know the lady. You read it, I assume.
Back in the day.
Yeah, you know how there's the elite guard that they have in Wakanda, and they're usually women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this woman just whooped the shit out of Bucky and everyone else, and at one point, because Bucky's arm is from Wakanda.
Gotcha.
So she goes that like hits him a couple times, and it looks kind of funny, and then the arm falls off.
Bob Pulitzer.
Like you can't do shit against me.
It was too fucking funny.
Answer.
And he had this look on his face like,
Oh shit!
why didn't you tell me that could happen?
Yeah, 'cause he asked him, he was like, "Did you know they could do that?" I did not. I did not.
Good
sir.
time to find out,
You
right?
right in the middle of getting your ass kicked.
That's our arm. You ain't fighting with it.
Bro, when that bitch threw that fucking spear and she caught that man through the fucking
What if
gauntlets
it's them
and
that
went
kill
through the table,
What if it's them that kill him?
they killed
Captain America.
the Dora Milaje.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
I meant, yeah, those, what are they called? Oh, is that their name?
Yes,
It sounds like a woman's name. I know it's supposed to, but it like when you said it, I thought you were talking about the actual, because that one character that was the leader,
that's Io.
she's the one that was in the actual movie.
She's second in command.
Yes.
The other one is Denai Guerrera. I can't remember her character's name. Oh yeah, Okoye. She's the
Okay, that's the other one. That
She's the leader.
Was
That's-
in the main. But you saw her in the main movie, but as a more of a side piece.
yes. I think this is if I'm not mistaken. I think this is the same one that was in that was introduced in Iron Man. Was it or something? Civil War when she told
Yeah,
Scarlet, Black Widow when she was like, "Move or you will be moved." That was
she's
like I
that
think
one.
that was her from that all the way back then.
Yeah, they made these women badass.
Yeah, they are badass and they all bald head.
Whooped them shit out of them. Fucking pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
And they can throw the fuck out them spears too.
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah, them bitches were throwing the shit out them spears.
yeah, that's a pretty cool fight scene.
Yeah, they and then whooped his ass so fucking bad after they left. He was like, and they weren't even super soldiers. No, they were not, sir. They were just
That hurt his pride.
yeah, it did.
So bad.
They were just regular people, and well, he's probably a little bit misogynist. So I mean, well, he got a lot of other stuff going on too.
I don't think that's gonna be a factor in this. They're not gonna show you that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think his main motivation is the fact that he feels inadequate because he feels like he fighting people that are juiced up. And he's like, bitch, I'm just a regular ass person.
He's trying to fill the shoes of somebody that's once in a lifetime.
Yes. But I don't think he give a fuck about that. I think he just want to be strong so he ain't getting his ass kicked.
Was that Captain America?
Yeah, well, the new Captain America.
Remember how you had the new guy?
I think
now he just took the serum, so now he's a super soldier.
Yeah.
But it's probably not on the same level as Captain America's.
As the original.
That's the original stuff, no. That's why Bucky's probably going to be the one that wins in this whole situation. Because he's the only one left with the fucking true serum.
I don't think so. I think Sam is gonna have his moment. I think he gonna eventually realize that sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty and you gotta whoop ass a little bit. Like he been trying to be diplomatic
But
for
how
like
is
the
he gonna
past
whoop the
2
shit out of
episodes.
Captain America that's a super soldier?
He trained with the actual real Captain America.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, I absolutely think he can take him. And added to the fact that if he can somehow get the shield away from him, which I think is what's probably going to happen, they're probably going to be fighting, and it's probably going to be an epic moment where somehow like Sam like gets the shield from him somehow, and he probably going to whoop his ass with the shield, and there's probably going to be a moment where he stands at the end of the fight with the shield, and the music is dun dun dun. So that's going to be like the it moment, like Sam is Captain America. I promise you, I think this is
Because the Falcon becomes the Captain America in the comic.
Yes, I mean, but Bucky does as well.
Maybe Bucky picks it up at the end of this.
I mean, it's possible, but I think they're gonna honor what Steve wanted. He wanted Sam to have it, but I think Sam just has to go on this journey to realize that he is worthy enough. Because I think his whole issue is he doesn't feel worthy enough.
Because he's not a super soldier.
Yes, well, not just that, but he's not the upstanding more. Because you got to think about who Captain America really is.
So is he still gonna have his wings?
Yes, he had his wings with the shield.
Okay, because he just carries it. Because without his wings, he's pretty mediocre.
He's pretty mediocre.
No,
I mean, it depends, unless they turn him into a Captain America type, where he like uses vehicles instead of flying. Like, I mean, because if Captain America is known for like he jumping on a motorcycle or
no, I know, but the reason why he's able to
they'll
fight
make it
in these situations against the super soldiers, besides the fact that you're in America, but also the fact that you see him be able to hit them with force due to the fact that he uses the suit so well.
I
He
mean,
uses
true.
propulsion at times. He's very good. Like his fighting style is very adaptive. The only reason he competes is because he's got this.
That is very unfair to say.
I think it is.
That is very unfair to say.
I think he's a.
That is not
normal
true.
human.
I don't think that is true. That is not the only reason that he. Did you see him do that turn and jump kick and kick that man in his chest?
Yeah, and he did it with
He
the
is
suit.
No, that is not a suit.
No, I'm talking about the jet propulsion.
That is no, he did not. It was just a jump and kick. He did not use any of the wings or the propulsion or the jetpack.
I'm pretty sure I thought he used the jetpack.
He has used it before, but he has also not used it. He could definitely hold his own if he didn't have to use that jetpack. He could fight. He learned. He trained with Captain America.
I'm not saying he can't fight. That's not the point.
He could definitely hold his own without the wings. He could hold his own.
Okay, so who is Falcon?
The dude with the wings.
Yes, he's the guy that we saw flying. He's basically
Right.
Captain America's sidekick. So
Okay.
for the last however many years.
So does Captain America have wings too?
Mm-mm.
He has a shield.
He just has a shield.
And he's super enhanced.
I saw a corny ass.
But there's a reason that Captain America thought Sam should be the next Captain America. There is a reason.
So the original Captain America is dead, right?
No, he just retired. He's old.
Oh, he retired.
And I promise you,
Well,
it's
they
not
don't
just
know
because
where
he got
they haven't.
wings.
Yeah, we saw him at the thing, but the world doesn't know where he is.
Oh, well, that is true. Because the world still doesn't know about the blip. Well, they know about the blip, but they don't know. I don't think they know the details of how everything happened. Because if we're being perfectly honest, outside of the heroes that were there, who could fucking tell you what happened? There was nobody there but the people fighting. And Thanos and all his armies got wiped away. All the heroes that were from space went back up into space. And the Earth heroes parted ways and went to their lives doing whatever they are doing now, which, to be honest, we don't know what any of them are doing now because they haven't showed any of the Avengers post-snap outside of Wanda,
The funeral.
where they showed them at the funeral, but that's theoretically where they
Yeah,
split.
and you've
and
seen
went on
Wanda
their
now.
ways.
Wanda's where Wanda is. We're seeing where Falcon and the Winter Soldier have been.
But we
And
don't
some
know
of the
where. We don't know where Thor's with
So he went back
Guardians of
into
the Galaxy,
space.
so he is in space.
Yeah, Captain Marvel went back into space too.
Yes. Who are we missing? We don't know where Rhodey is, but I'm assuming he's back in the government, back at his old spot.
Yeah, he's probably one of the ones that's helping Captain America. He's part of that whole clique.
Well, I mean, they should have shown him by now, but I think he's going to show up in the series.
That is an insane concept. Think of, all right, half of all society is just gone.
No, not just society. Half of all life.
All life, yes, but think about it in human sense. Human sense, half of society just disappears in an instant. Right?
Mm-hmm.
No bodies, no nothing, just gone.
Like the Rapture.
Yeah,
Yes.
essentially.
Yes, pretty much. Basically, people got back to living lives, and life started getting better. You know what I'm saying? Because life was
Because
really
they were
hard.
gone for 5 years.
5 years.
So people got comfortable
Yeah.
thinking like they're not coming back ever.
Yeah, people, because they have no idea why they left. In most parts of the planet, they have no idea what the fuck.
I was about to say,
going on.
yeah, you got to think about in underdeveloped countries. Yeah, they probably were.
Even in the
they probably
US.
thought it was the fucking rapture. Like, bitch,
Yeah,
that's
even
what
in
happened.
the U.S., you know what I'm saying? In some parts, if you're not paying attention to the stupid shit that's going on in New York,
I mean, but it's there in a place like the U.S. where you could look up and find out what happened, as opposed to in the middle of fucking
yes,
the
Third
jungle.
world. Third
Right.
or certain parts.
Where you can
Yeah.
talk to who's left and all you want, and they don't know and you don't know. But I think it was purposeful because I still think somehow they're going to use that snap to backdoor mutants into the MCU. They keep talking about how those gamma rays or those different rays alter people's genetic DNA or whatever. Well, those that are predisposed to having powers or whatever. And they haven't even said that yet. I'm keep waiting on them to say people that have the X gene. Like, you got the properties now, you can finally just say it. But I guess somebody's got to actually name it.
Well, they didn't
before it
this
actually
shit was
becomes a
made
thing.
Before they had the property.
Well, yeah, I mean, this, yes, but you could still add you could add the mutant stuff in.
Right.
Like the fact that they're in Madripoor, or they went to Madripoor. Like, I definitely expected to see a few X-Men references, because that's not even a Avengers
you may still
place.
see
That's
them.
more
Okay, so in the
of a-
Marvel universe, the X-Men are in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, they're in the Marvel universe.
The mutants and all of that.
Yeah, they just haven't shown up in the movies or
Okay, so
TV shows.
Superman is different.
Yep.
Batman is different.
Yes.
Yep.
Aquaman is different.
Flash.
Flash. Okay.
Wonder Woman.
Okay, got you.
They are the original super team, and then the Avengers were the answer to them.
Got you.
Because DC back in the day was killing it.
It still is, as far as comics.
Oh, it's with
Yeah,
comic
they-
world. Yeah, it
they
was.
still-
It was the shit back
They
in the
still
day.
do to this day. I think DC Comics still outsell Marvel to this day. Because the comics are much more exciting. Like, supposedly the new gods that run, the new 52, that's a extremely popular run of comics, supposedly. That's like the whole Flashpoint thing. Well, I think Flashpoint led to
DC's done
that.
this thing where they now release this every week. You get a new comic for it's in it. They're all the same. It's different comics or different structures that blend together like the whole universe.
Oh, okay.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah.
Got you. That's interesting.
It's popular. People
Dude, the way
don't give a fuck about DC movies, but
well, I like
they
the
read
last
DC
one.
comics.
Oh my! It's Green Lantern DC.
Yep.
Oh, it was on the other day. It's a horrible.
Yeah, horrible movie.
Oh, it's so
The
horrible.
CGI alone.
It's so horrible.
Yeah, it was.
The CGI alone.
And the writing wasn't good either.
It was not. And Ryan Reynolds had not reached peak.
Yeah, he was more like a superhero comic.
Yeah.
More
he
so
had-
than a superhero hero.
You're right. But I think it worked out perfectly, though, because him finding Deadpool,
But the
like,
Green,
that was the best thing that could ever happen.
the Green Lantern always was a little off to me.
No, I guess, yeah. But
He's got too many weaknesses.
No.
Yay.
No, the thing that you could do with the Green Lantern, he literally has a ring where he can
When that
construct
shit-
anything out of
Yes, he
anything you
can.
think of.
Yes, he can.
Anything you can think of.
But when it runs out, he's done.
Well, that's the issue.
Bottom line, dude.
That's just you as a person then, because as long as you have willpower, it won't ever run out.
Oh, it's run out on him before.
I mean,
Well, they reset everything. That's why. The new 52 is the DC's name. DC's given to the universe-wide reboot that started September 2011. The number in this case refers to the number of comics they'll be publishing over the course of a month. All books are reset to issue number 1.
Oh, wow. That's deep.
yeah, I think Flashpoint did that.
Yeah. It's revamped, relaunched by DC following the conclusion of the Flashpoint crossover storyline.
They just canceled that movie.
Did they really?
The New Gods.
New Gods.
Yeah, they were doing a New Gods movie.
What's a New Gods?
That what you're talking about?
Oh.
The New 52.
I don't know what the New Gods are. They don't say
That's what they're called, the New Gods. It's basically everybody that's left from the Flashpoint series. Because not everybody returned. They literally, like, I guess they used it to, like, streamline they IP, I guess, or whatever. But
so they got rid of a lot of characters that were useless.
yeah, it was left down to like left down to 52 characters. I
They
think.
streamlined.
Or I don't know how many characters it was, but they were called the
new
New
52
Gods.
villains ominous. The new 52 villain Zero Obidus. What the fuck?
What
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
What the fuck?
I don't either. I don't know. Okay.
I just know Ava DuVernay was supposed to direct it, and they just canceled it. I mean, but as far as I know, they're still doing the Flashpoint movie.
Well, I mean, the fanfare that what's his name got kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean that's the crazy thing about it. The characters that people didn't like in the first Justice League, after watching the Snyder version, supposedly now they're like, oh, I actually like them now. Because everybody talked about the Flash in that first movie like a dog. They talked about how they didn't like his. Oh, I can't stand the way he run. I don't like his jokes, his comedic timing, this, that, and the third. Who?
Flash.
The Flash.
Oh, in the first one?
Yeah,
he
but
was
then in
on.
this one, it was like, oh, all the jokes hit so much better. He's so much funnier in this one. Oh, and then his running wasn't so obnoxious. Like, all the characters they didn't like in the first one, they like now.
Yeah, Superman was retarded in the first one.
And he was retarded in this one.
I thought he was way better.
See, he was retarded in this one.
I didn't think he was great, but I thought he was way better than the shit.
You know what? They'll never get Superman right.
Never.
They're never going to get him right.
For one, I don't know why they insist on keeping him on Earth. For one, I don't know why. Like, take him into the fucking cosmos. Like, he's a fucking cosmic character.
Because it's just starting.
And no, it ain't just starting. You know how many movies Superman has gotten?
Yeah, I know, but they're supposed to have rebooted.
Man, reboot my ass. And added to the fact that the first Man of Steel came out in 2011.
Yeah.
It's been fucking 10 years. Why hasn't that movie gotten a sequel yet?
Well, didn't space just now get here?
Then who?
Space. Space is now coming to Earth.
I mean, space coming to Earth my ass. It don't matter. No, because space came to Earth in the first one. He had to kill Zod because Zod came from somewhere out of space and was trying to
They came from space prison.
Yeah.
He imprisoned Zod.
That is right.
And
they got in prison and he broke out of prison. 3 of them.
Yeah.
The same in the beginning.
Something happened.
That's the
They broke
same
out.
Superman.
You remember the original in the 70s when
that way.
they went in the diner
Yep.
and the man was sitting there at the table and she sat down to arm wrestle him. That bitch said. And then when she did knock that man arm down and like flipped the whole half of the fucking table off. That is probably my favorite part in that whole movie fight. That way that bitch walked up to that table and looked at that man's arm.
Yeah, they was.
She got down like, oh, bitch, I can do this.
There was some.
That was hilarious.
More proof Rudy's right.
What's that?
Superman basically becomes...
They just gotta take him to the fucking cosmos.
No,
or at least bring some of his actual villains
Christopher
in.
Reeves. The dude that everyone in the world knows is Superman at the time. Like, they remember him like the Superman. Ends up being the dude that can't walk.
Can't walk. Paralyzed.
Yeah.
Paralyzed.
Well, I mean...
Fucking, like...
And the other Superman, the original... Well, he wasn't the original, but George Reeves.
Yeah.
Same last name.
Right.
They claim...
Oh, yeah, that's
they
right.
claim
Black and white.
They claim he... Well, no, it was black and white for the first year. Then it was color after
Okay.
that. But they...
Well, I mean, it still looks like black and white.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible.
They claim that he killed himself. It's all kind of weird stuff.
Stories about white.
Well, it's Hollywood, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably, you know...
They said he was just distraught because they canceled Superman, but somebody was trying to call him to tell him that they picked it up again.
Yeah.
He was going to go to a different channel. But by the
They
time they got in
killed
touch
himself.
with him, he had supposedly killed himself.
Was it a flop?
No,
Oh.
it wasn't a flop.
The show was
Superman, he was on for several years.
Was it?
Bro, there are stories they could tell that
No,
make Superman palatable.
Well, back then, it was very,
Come on.
very 50s.
But even still, though,
That's not
The
point.
point
even
is,
still,
the point is, it was old fashioned.
Yeah.
You know, you know. Today,
He's a farm boy.
Today, what would you compare Superman to? Back then, it was a locomotive and a bullet.
right? Oh yeah,
But you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Today, it would be some kind of particle beam
Shit,
generator
I was about to say,
and a
goddamn
time machine.
right? I mean, a grenade launcher.
Basically.
Shit.
He's as fast as light, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, he can go
he's faster than the speed of sound.
Well, he can go so fast. Him and Flash can turn time back. It's a comic where they
Yes.
race.
Yes.
Where Flash
They
and
did that in the
Superman
movie.
races.
They did that in the first Justice League.
They were so fast, the time went back.
Yeah.
Well, they had to do it with this one. This Justice League, they actually did it.
They did it by itself, though.
Yeah, I know, but that was... I thought the ending was so much better. Like, you had all of them actually helped. Like, in the first one, it was just like, Superman shows up, he beats up fucking Steppenwolf, which, again, he just kind of beat him up. Where in this one, he literally sawed off the dude's fucking head, and then they cut his head off at the end.
Yeah.
Like, it was...
When Wonder Woman cut his head off,
to
they
make-
got me together.
I guess they wanted to make sure.
Dude, no, it was completely... like, the way Superman was pounding his face was not like a Superman that you've ever seen before. It was a different type. It was oh, really?
An aggressive.
You're fucking with my life? I'm gonna bust your face into nothing.
Yeah.
Like, he was pounding the shit out of this dude. And then they lose.
Yeah, they still lost.
They still lost. In the first one, he just beats him up a little bit, and I don't even know what the fuck. He died.
They separate
the thing, and they don't even.
And he didn't die. He
Steppenwolf gets away, doesn't he?
Yeah, he got away.
Yeah.
He used the boom tube.
The villain's name was Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
He's a comic villain.
Yeah, he's from another dimension.
He's the he's the uncle to Darkseid. If I'm not mistaken, I think Steppenwolf is Darkseid's uncle.
Okay, but Darkseid.
Because that's one of the things that irks him is the fact that he's more powerful and that he has to serve his nephew. Because I think in the comics, his like betrayal is a big thing. Like, he's tried to trick Darkseid, or like tried to usurp.
Who had
or something, I think.
Who was it that had the little? Who was it? Mr. McFlexmix?
The what?
You had to say his name. Well, that's Superman. Had to say his name backwards. Had to make him say his name backwards to get rid of him.
Villain?
Mr. McFlexmix. He's from another dimension.
You have to get him to say his name
backwards.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Was that Superman? Because he hasn't popped up in any of these movies, has he?
No.
If I pronounce it right, a lot of people call him Mixoplex. Some people call him Mixplex. He had a weird name.
I was gonna say, I'm thinking, I don't remember. But I didn't read a lot of Superman comics.
Mixie is one of the only villains Superman cannot defeat with his powers. To defeat him, the hero must figure out how to trick him into saying or writing his own name backwards.
Is that crazy?
Mr. Mxyzptlk.
Spell it.
It's weird.
MXYZPLK.
P who?
He's called Mixie.
P who?
It's MY or MX. It's so hard to say because it's not right.
Damn, I was about to say it's just
the numbers aren't supposed to be where they're supposed to be right there.
It's just letters.
It's killer,
letters.
It's killer.
Let me look at it, Fox.
It's killer, man.
I'm like, let me look at it because I just asked you to tell me the
I used to
letters.
love the comic books with him, he could do all kinds of stuff. He's mystical and magical.
Mm-hmm.
He could make you see stuff that wasn't there and all that kind of shit. Oh, look, somebody get. Look how thick that dog is.
Alright, you guys talk.
That little puppy is thick.
Yeah.
You and me, we go out there. Let's go pee first.
I'm dead. Because it was out there raining. She said, girl, it's wet. It's wet.
I know. She does not like to do this in the rain. She'll hold it. Yeah, she's gonna. Fuck this.
Yeah, you gotta take her out to the grass. But see, that's the thing that's gotta click. She's gotta get to that point where she understand, like, okay, I just gotta go, because then you can just go and come back inside. Yeah. But I think in her mind, she's still thinking, oh, she peeing.
No, she's finding a spot. Yep. Oh.
Up, I see her.
Yep, she's peeing.
She gotta find her spot. Then she'll start marking her territory.
She's been doing both sides of the fence around the cat structure.
Yeah, I was about to say when she pooped
She likes
today,
to
she
get
went
way
all the
back
way in
in-
the back corner to poop.
Way in the dirt back there, she's pooped back there like a ton of times.
Yeah, that's where she went today.
I mean, I ain't going back there to clean it up. That dirt goes over my ankle.
Oh, no,
It's
no,
so
no.
deep. It's just loose dirt back there.
Oh, no.
But she's just like 5 pounds, so it don't really.
It ain't
Right.
yes.
Good. And here she comes.
Come on, baby. Come on, big girl. Let's go. You don't want
Yay!
Good potty.
Yay! Good girl.
Oh, she about to take the whole setup down.
Maybe that was happening.
She about to take the whole setup down.
All right, well, We're not still on our.
It's still on.
Hey, lovely.
Where's the volumes back here?
You awake now is the question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
You gonna go back in the living room and lay with mommy?
What you wanna do, pretty girl?
You gonna go lay with
There
mommy?
we go.
No.
Hey.
First I'll chew on this.
Hey, kid.
Then I'll go lay down. Yeah, that's it. Get it. Get it. Get it, girl.
She said, "No, let's go lay down."
Yeah, give me some water.
Yeah, I'm getting some water and let's go lay down. That rain took a lot out of me.
It probably did.
Yeah, she was shivering.
All right.
Got a
Yeah.
little beat going there.
Yeah.
She really gets into that
I
water.
was about to say she loved her water. Yeah, she did that when we came in while ago.
What's up, baby?
Yes, indeed. She's gonna go right back to sleep.
You awake? You're tired.
Who knows? It's hard to tell you. She looks tired sometimes. You get her on the thing and she just be like,
3 times today. I wore her out outside. I brought her in. She laid down. I thought she was asleep. I tried to put her in her kennel so I could lay down the heating pad. As soon as she'd see me lay down on the bed. She knew I was right there, but she was freaking out, like hysterical. Oh, 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 like all 3 times. That's why I texted her. Are you coming home soon? Like, this has been a rough day.
It's a baby.
I know.
It
Now,
does what
maybe
babies
I can't
do.
take my eyes off of, because if she pees or poops real quick and I miss it, then I'm still waiting for her to do it.
Yeah.
I'll give you the finger.
I guess she's gonna gnaw in your hand now.
She actually doesn't bite it when I give it to her.
Yeah.
She just kind of teethes it, gums it up. But when she wants to play, if I don't give it to her, she'll just bite me, like this morning. But as long as I give her a finger, we made a deal. If I give her a
You got
finger,
understanding,
she's
huh?
gonna stop biting the shit out of me. And when she gets crazy, I give her a knuckle. Get that knuckle in the mouth. She
or
hates
give her
it.
a tendon. She loves them.
Sweetie.
What is she doing?
Right, what are you looking off this table?
The sweat from underneath your bowl? The shit you had? Because of condensation?
Girl,
Probably. You smell it.
is that what you just sis? Can you not? That's a
Get
table.
ready to get out of here.
I know.
I need.
I know itches.
Okay.
Baby. Piece of mama baby. Go ahead. Gum on it.
Animals everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Go on that finger. Get some face-to-face action with both cats today. But she got Smokey backed into the corner when the gate was up, and he bopped her in the face, and then hissed at her, and I'm like, okay, I gotta pull her back and let Smokey get out of here, because he might attack her in the corner.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's almost like he's playing a game with her. It's like he'll wait for her to run up to him and then he'll jump away.
Yeah.
And Naya's it's all been outside contact. Like she pulls her whole body against that mesh and it like sticks out, and Hazy's been able to smell the butt, the whole side,
Right.
the face, and then Mimi turns her face and they're nose to nose. And just and backs up a little bit.
Yeah,
And
that's
she
it.
goes right back to it.
That's what they were doing when I first got here. When we went outside, she was sniffing her through the mesh.
I think that Hazy thinks she's gonna get through that mesh someday, but she's not.
Yeah.
She's
But
like,
you're
are you
not.
sure, Ma?
I'm so sure. Yes. I'm very much sure.
But I'm giving you the look.
He's a baby.
Are you sure now?
He's a baby.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody have a good one.
You too.
All right, you too, man.
Thanks for stopping on the show, Rudy.
Bye.
Monday here, right?
Yeah.
All righty. See you Monday.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Ooh, that was a good burp.
Well, somebody
You got a
else
burpee like a baby?
had to take care of some business. Do you feel lighter?
She's like, sir, do not.
Right? You will not talk to me about my bathroom habits as I go back into this room.
Leave me alone.
Mm-hmm. She
These are
said,
my private times.
I am a lady.
Do you not see that I do not... Smokey's head hangs out.
When he poops?
Does anything. He's always in the front. His head's out.
Because he still need to see shit?
I don't know. Because he can't fit. I don't know. She's always inside.
Yeah, she probably go all the way to the back of that bitch.
Right? Smokey always has his head out whenever he's using the toilet. And she's always on the inside.
Yeah, he likes to keep his head out and like poop in the front. It's all him.
Yeah.
Because you know you can't get the scooper in there that easy when he poops up in front. So it breaks it up into pieces, and you gotta scoop it up and motherfucking smoke. At least he poops and my sister had a cat that every time it pooped, it would never cover it up, and she was in the upstairs at my mom's house, and that cat shit would smell the whole house. So if she was at work and that cat shit, the house would smell like cat
Thank
shit.
God our
like
cats do that. Because I didn't even think about that.
Cat shit.
There are some cats.
Funky
Like,
ass
it was something
cat
you used to
shit. Is
deal
it still
with.
going?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, she actually ended up getting rid of it. I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
why.
rude.
She had it stunk.
She rescued it, and then she had it for like 7 years.
Yeah, that cat is rude as fuck.
And then got rid of it?
And then got rid of it. And it's back to them.
It didn't have no fucking remorse for them people, because that's rude.
That cat loved the shit out of her.
Wow, this shit is.
But it didn't want to
super
cover his
funny.
shit up.
It's just how it was.
That,
It
yeah.
was like that from day one, so why'd she keep it for 7 years if it was that big of a deal?
Well, true, and also you got to do something to curb it. Like,
She didn't.
yeah.
And then I think another determining factor was she started working like a job that had really long shifts.
Oh,
And
so
there was
she
guilt.
really couldn't police it like that,
She
yeah.
felt like she had to be with the cat whenever she was home, and she didn't like that.
Yeah.
I still think that's shady as fuck. How are you gonna keep a cat for 7 years? Just let that cat live out its
That is
life.
true.
You already done dealt with it for 7 years.
That
What's
is
a couple
true.
more? He's an old cat.
Especially added to the fact that at that age you could just
Like how?
accommodate. I mean,
Yeah,
They don't
I
really
just,
need
I'm,
much.
it just blew me away. I'm like, what do you mean she got rid of her cat? She
Yeah.
loved that fucking cat.
yeah,
We
you
don't
just to
talk,
fucking
so
accommodate.
I don't-
Move the litter box into some other room that has a door, and maybe keep that door cracked, where only he can slip through there big enough. Like you accommodate when you're supposed to.
The way that the upstairs was set up, though, there really there wasn't much she could do but put it where she put it, which was in a nook.
Yeah.
Because the living room, it's like the upstairs is a 1-bedroom apartment. The living room could be used as a bedroom technically, but didn't have a closet. It had the nook cut out to build the closet, but it was open, so she had it in the nook.
Right.
And then there's a big window next to the nook, so it's like she did what she could to keep it as close to the window. And she was always emptying his litter, like always bringing down a bag of litter, like with some funky ass shit in it.
And that's
and
crazy.
She didn't try and change the diet or anything, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that we would do if that happened.
Yeah.
That's crazy though to think that your house just smelled like cat shit, like every day.
Oh, it was funky as hell.
I went into a house where it was gutted. Like, all that was left was the cement, and I think there's some walls left. And it still smelled like cat piss.
Nah, that's different.
Now that's because they let their
that
cats
pee-
pee so much into that carpet that it soaked into the
She had,
subfloor.
no, it's because she had 99 cats in a house, apartment, the size of your apartment.
99 cat.
Yes.
So she must have been letting them
She was a
fuck, and they
hoarder.
was having babies
She was a
and
hoarder,
shit.
yeah.
She was a hoarder. There's
She's a
probably
hoarder.
dead
There's
cats
shit
under
everywhere.
the
They probably having
bed,
babies and shit.
everywhere.
They had to evict her, like, the city had to come in and actually get
And
her.
that's what
I've
happened.
seen that on that hoarder show.
They had to get
before.
rid of, they had to make her move out because of the cats.
No, they made her get rid of the cats.
No, they made her move the fuck out and they put her in a home. Because
Yeah.
she was, like,
Yeah, anybody
endangering
with
herself
almost
and
100
shit.
cats is definitely Looney
Or, I
Tunes.
don't know if they put her in a home. They might have just kicked her out in the street for all I know.
Come on.
But they got her out.
That
You
wouldn't
can't
surprise
take
me.
care of 20 cats, let alone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you feed that many cats? They probably was eating each other.
Did you ever?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, did you ever hear the story about Jackie Kennedy's aunt and cousin, the Beals? Edith Beale, Big Edie, and Little Edie?
I have not.
Oh,
Jessica
those are those-
Lange and Drew Barrymore did a movie based on the mom and the daughter.
Wait, Little Edie.
Big Edie and Little Edie. They're like
They were super socialites.
yeah,
in the
social
70s.
New York socialites.
I feel like a drag queen did her for the Snatch Game
Little
on
Edie?
RuPaul Drag Race.
Probably.
Yeah,
She's
she had
fucking
a
amazing.
she had a-
she had alopecia, so she always wore a headscarf.
yes.
Gorgeous.
She had a
And like you can go on YouTube and just Google Grey Gardens, and it'll show you the real documentary, like all 11 parts that they did before it was ever a movie. They were fucking fantastic, but they were shut-ins. They were hoarders. They lived. I mean, the house was
Scary.
it was so fucked up. It was scary. But they had raccoons, cats everywhere, and how they fed them is they had a mansion. Imagine a mansion that only has 3 rooms available to use: the kitchen. It's like it's like the dining room, not even the kitchen. It's up in like like a bedroom and like one other room that they cleared out half the room to have a table and chairs to eat at. And
Wasn't
the
she a
rest
star?
of the mansion was full of shit, like, you know, furniture, books, food, animals, shit. And they would you'd see her in the actual interviews, you know, and she'd have loaves of Wonder Bread and boxes of cat, like, you know, dry cat nibble, and she'd go throughout, like, there was holes in the walls in different areas where the raccoons would, and she'd just throw like pieces of bread down and some kibble in piles. Like, there were whole rooms full of empty cat tins. Whole rooms.
Look at it.
It was incredible. They were incredible women, though.
That's absolutely.
They just blew me away. I've watched their documentary so many times just because, like, it's a crazy relationship that they have, number one.
Fox.
The mom basically ruins the daughter's chances at success because she doesn't want to be alone, to make her come back and live with her.
Because the
And-
daughter thinks this fucking. Doesn't the daughter have this fantasy that this is gonna make her famous too?
Yeah, she has this idea that she's going to be this famous dancer and singer and actress.
Can't
and
leave the house. She's
what
a-
happened was that her mom was an accomplished singer, like operatic singer, and she thought when she got married, her husband made her give it
Yeah,
up.
that's it. Show her.
Yes.
I just remember she said
So what happened was 'cause
she had a
her
little
husband
can
made her
of
give it
something.
up,
I can't remember
she
what the
got
fuck it
jealous that her
was.
daughter might make it and made her give it up and come back and live with it. Like, totally narcissistically
Real.
sabotaged her.
I mean, this is
entire
them in real life. That's them in the 70s.
Yeah, and she every single time they were on camera, she was changing outfits, and the mom and her would argue about what she was supposed to wear. Like, it was just the dynamic between those. They'd have fights over things that happened 20, 30 years ago in the interviews. Like, it was so raw and real.
Oh, Grey
Like-
Garden's available in. What year was this?
Drew Barrymore played an excellent Little Edie, and Jessica Lange is amazing in everything I've ever seen her in.
Fox, I might have to watch this shit.
It's really good.
I just remember that bitch said, I can't tell if it's. She said, I can't tell if it's tuna or giblets for the cat.
You can live in Grey Garden for $20 million. This was written in 2017.
When her mom died, Little Edie sold Grey Gardens on the condition that it wouldn't be demolished. Like, and the people that bought it restored it perfectly to its glam days.
Oh yeah, because
she
they
ended
paid
up-
$220,000 for an unimaginable. It says
How
Sally Quinn, a journalist and author, bought Grey Gardens, her fabled summer home, from Edith Bouvier Beale
Beale.
in 1979, paying $220,000 for what was then a place of almost unimaginable squalor.
And that was after, so they got
Wow,
put in
look
the,
at it now.
They were about to, the squalor thing was not the first time. They were about to get kicked out because the neighbors were complaining of this smell that came from their house downwind, and they were in East Hampton or whatever, so it was like ritzy people. And they're, like I said, the mom is the aunt of Jackie Kennedy Onassis or whatever.
Right.
So once it got in the papers, She came to the house, had it cleaned up completely, and within 2 years it was destroyed again. That's just how they rolled.
Yeah, they didn't have any need to not
Because
be
they
that
grew
way.
up with servants and people that took care of everything.
Yeah,
They
so
lost
like,
all their money, didn't they?
And then when they got divorced, when she got divorced from her husband, he had her on an allowance that was ridiculous, you know? I mean,
she like, girl, I don't know how to take care of myself.
right, and I guess she expected her daughter to do all that kind of work when she moved in, and her daughter was even more pampered than her.
Oh, it's on HBO Max.
They literally, Justin, back in the 70s, had a $150 a month ice cream bill.
What the fuck?
Yes.
You know how much ice cream
They
that is?
survived
And-
on ice cream and liver pate. I swear to God. I did research into it. I loved them so much.
Liver pate, I love liver pate.
They were
so
so
good, like a
eccentric,
duck
and they
liver
just
pate
they
is so
bust
good.
out and song and dance in the middle of nowhere, and they were a duo that
The
I've
fact
never.
that you like liver anything.
I know, a pate too.
That.
Pate.
Whatever, the Holly Hotel's got a good duck liver pate.
Yeah.
Are you really gonna make me throw up?
Right? That sounds disgusting.
They also have a very good white
I hate
fish
liver.
and French onion
You'd like
soup.
Little Edie though.
Yeah, I
know.
seriously think I'm gonna
I
watch
think
this
Drew
thing.
Barrymore did a great
Watch
job.
the actual, but I know, but like I want you to actually see.
Oh, you need to see the documentary first.
Yeah.
Before you watch Drew Barrymore.
So you can appreciate how good Drew
Which is on
Barrymore
Amazon.
is.
The
It's on
documentary's
Prime.
on Prime.
Oh, okay. Bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Drew Barrymore is. Actually, Jessica Lange was so much like Big Edie too. They
Yeah,
did such
Jessica
a good
Lange
job.
is great.
I think that
I'm so sad that she left American Horror Story.
I was just about to bring that up. I was gonna say Hotel with Lady Gaga was amazing. And they pulled that off without Jessica Lange.
Yeah.
But it went down fucking hill from there. And
It's
that's
hard.
really
Like she left a
serious.
really big hole.
Because she's so amazing.
Mhm.
I mean, Evan Peters can't fill that hole.
Nope.
And he is just as important to
Right.
the series. Aren't they going to come out with a final series? Isn't there one more?
It's coming out this year. It was supposed to come out last year, but it got pushed back. It's gonna be. It's like a double.
Isn't it Aliens or you know how they base each season off some?
I don't think they've actually revealed what it's gonna be about yet, but
I
it's
heard
a
that
lot of
it's gonna wind to
speculation.
season 2, which was Aliens.
It's gonna be a
And
double.
Cyborgs.
It's gonna be a double season.
Well, it better be better than the last one.
I
'Cause
mean,
the last one,
I
that
think these
stupid
are the
camp
final-
one was. I'm over that.
I think this is the
So-
final season.
It
we,
should
uh,
be.
I think it is.
And they all tie in somehow.
Mm.
All 10 seasons connecting ways.
That's what I've been waiting on. I've been waiting on that season that connects all the loose threads.
You don't see it throughout the
I mean, I
seasons,
see it, but they haven't shown it. Like it's like,
But you as a fan,
Didn't they show it? No, they didn't show it in the.
but you as a fan of the film,
Apocalypse.
you've seen.
yes, but
like,
casual
Easter
people,
eggs, we'll say.
casual people
They need a
that
breakdown.
that haven't seen the entire.
A YouTube
Because
breakdown
Paul hasn't
video.
seen every single series.
Neither
Paul, he's
have
only
I.
seen like the first 4,
Yeah, I see.
and then I
The
think he
first-
saw
The first 5 are incredible.
the first 4, and then I think he saw
You
Cult
Hotel.
and.
Hotel was a Lady Gaga destroyed.
Oh well, he's not a
Hotel.
fan of Lady Gaga.
But
Well, I don't know. I
I'm
don't
not
know
a
how
fan
he
of-
feels about her.
I'm not a fan of her either, and I definitely didn't watch her other movie where she sang a lot with Bradley Cooper.
Now he did like that.
She was a badass vampire.
He did like that.
She was a badass vampire.
And I mean, that's what I be telling him. I live for the Countess. She was amazing.
I know, like the second baddest vampire compared to Aaliyah's Queen of the Damned.
I agree.
Akasha.
I agree. Why? Because why are all the vampires men?
I don't know, some sexy ass.
Yeah, there haven't been
Now.
any.
Did
women-
nobody read Anne Rice growing up? Come on.
The last vampire woman that or Selma Hayek in
Oh,
Dawn of the Dead.
She didn't want to
What's
watch
the one
it. She
from
said it was
Underworld?
too campy.
It's the one from Underworld.
You thought Dawn of the Dead was too campy?
It's
watch
Not
it.
Dawn of the Dead, but Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah, I'm good. But
I mean, it is a little campy.
the
definitely
Underworld
campy as
series,
shit.
she's
It's
a pretty
fucking-
sexy.
I mean, but she was
Yeah.
a sexy ass fucking vampire before she turned and started
I
fucking
don't
people
remember
up.
what her name is.
Somebody fucked her up though.
There was like 6 Underworld movies. She's like the main
Oh,
vampire. What's her
um,
fucking name?
Uh,
You know who I mean.
Kate Beckinsale
Yes, Beckinsale. Okay. I'm like
as
Kate
Selena.
Middleton, Kate Hudson.
Mhm, all them Kates.
Winslet.
Kate
I'm like,
Upton. There's a lot of Kates. Kate Blanchett. Who I absolutely love. I love Kate Blanchett.
She's one of those. First off, she's Galadriel, so
Mhm.
I can never get over that. And she's so badass in that Hobbit scene where she casts away Sauron with her power. You have no power here.
Yep. And then
But she's got one of those faces that just doesn't. It ages so gracefully.
Yeah.
Like she's got these beautiful cheekbones and this gorgeous skin. She's absolutely beautiful.
one of my favorite movies from her is Blue Jasmine.
Blue what?
Blue Jasmine.
I've never heard of it.
Oh my goodness.
Is it the older one or what?
It came out in like maybe 2013, 2014,
what
I think.
genre?
And it's a drama, but she plays this woman who she's just divorced from her husband, but I think she has some mental disorder. I think she bipolar, I think is what it was. And it's about her starting her life back over. I think she has to move in with her sister. I think, and her sister lives like a normal life, and she was like rich with her husband or whatever. You know, she had coins.
Did
so
you go potty?
And she asked at the door.
oh,
Girl,
Came to the door.
Good girl.
She even went all the way out to the back of the yard.
Dude,
Oh.
mommy, I'm gonna wipe her off. She's wet.
yeah, it's a good watch if you get a
Blue
chance.
Jasmine, I'll see if I can get it on one of the.
You know what we
streaming
watched
services.
the other day? That was
Becky.
Becky was really
Becky
good.
was
it
amazing.
good?
Kevin James.
Oh my God, he is such a great fucking racist.
All I'm gonna say is the eye scene.
Yeah.
The eye scene.
I don't even know what it's about though. I just have seen it
The
on.
premise is a girl loses her mom when she's like 14 or something
Right.
like that, and 13, and they're on like dad in less than a year, like my dad in less than a year is already talking to another girl, inviting the girl and her kid out to the home,
The lake house.
the lake house, and they're at the lake house, and some dude comes there looking for some fucking key, and he happens to be like a.
Okay, what happened is he's looking for a key that was planted before he went to prison for 9 years. And for 9 years, he's been planning his escape, how to get the key. We never find out
Bringing
what the key
people with him?
opens.
Getting this whole group together, making this family of
Yeah,
his.
like
Yeah,
his adopted children.
Yeah.
Like these big meathead dope heads that'll do whatever he says, kill whoever he wants.
Mhm.
Pretty much.
But when we first looked at it, I'm like, you can watch without me. When we watched the trailer again, I'm like, why the fuck did I say that?
The girl in it is fucking epic, dude. She's like
She's from
Macaulay Culkin.
Annabelle, the beginning.
Oh, word! One of the
girl that turns crazy.
yeah.
That it's her like four years grown up, and she is amazing.
Oh.
She's a little powerhouse.
Word. I've been like for the past like 2 or 3
She's
nights.
a
I've been like
killer.
searching, looking for something to watch.
Becky is so good.
I'm gonna have to get into her.
You know what you need to watch is
Those
Paradise.
mushrooms?
Yeah, Paradise
Oh, they do
PD.
look weird.
I do watch Paradise PD.
Did you watch the new season?
I haven't started.
Oh my
yet.
god, it's
I like
so
it too.
goddamn
It's
good.
really-
I like Paradise PD.
Dude,
I
that
started
fucking
that a
old
long
man-
time ago.
That old man and his dick sucking
Yeah.
is just unreal.
Oh god,
Oh god.
he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's something else. And the fat guy, oh, they show you the fat guy when he first comes to the fucking police force. It is amazing. It was a pretty good season, man.
I'm gonna fucking. Okay, I gotta fucking watch it. I gotta fucking watch it. Yeah, I love Paradise PD.
Yeah, it was good.
I just watched.
Kong versus Kong.
Question. Right before we get into that. Right before we get into that.
Okay.
How do you feel about storm movies?
What do you mean?
Like
Like movies about weather.
Oh, I don't know. I guess it depends on the movie. I don't know.
I watched
this is
this.
one of the most iconic movies ever made.
Yes. I watched this movie that came out in 2014. It was called Into the Storm.
Have you seen it, babe?
Yes.
You seen it?
Mark Wahlberg.
When I
Oh my
when there's
god.
a fucking
Did
boat.
you not cry when
That movie-
when she read his letter?
that movie got me together.
And it's based on a true story. These men actually died on this boat in this storm.
Mhm.
Their names are on this plaque.
I've seen it.
Me and my mom
Yeah.
would watch that movie over and over and
Yeah.
over. And every time she read the letter, we cry like babies.
Right.
When she's getting the the house together
Yeah.
at the end, and I'm like, he's not coming home.
Yeah, bitch, you're doing it in vain. But go ahead and get it ready, though, girl, because that's what you need to do.
Yes, I
What about Solar Opposites?
Yeah, I like Solar Opposites too.
New season.
I gotta finish the first season. I think I got 2 episodes left in the first season.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I like Solar Opposites too. It's the little baby for me. The little slug thing, the pupa.
pupa.
The one episode when that motherfucker went all around the world and they never knew where the fuck that motherfucker was. That bitch jumped on the damn trash truck
I love this.
and took a whole fucking adventure. Yeah, that's one of the funniest
I
parts.
like
to me.
the fucking
He's
the
funny in
village.
season 2.
I like
also.
the village.
And then the little girl is nice too.
Oh, the
When
village in the wall.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so
Yeah.
clever.
right,
And like in season 2, they get more in depth into like the politics of the village in the
right.
wall.
I love
Its
how
own little world.
I like when they make the ball jokes about the little girl. How she feels away about not having hair.
Oh yeah, they make fun of him so much. Those
But that is
kids
true,
get
they-
so much.
That is true. They do
so
kind of get
bad.
bullied.
get
They do
bullied
get
so
they do get ragged.
I mean, but the one kid's name's Yumulak. Like, what does he expect? Name him Larry.
I mean, you would have think that they would have gave
Big,
him an Earth
big dick
appropriate
energy
name.
ones. They do it the second
Big energy.
Oh, it's
Big dick
insane.
energy,
I was trying so hard. I was so tired, but I was trying to stay up and finish it. It was so funny, ridiculous funny. Like,
So
it's
you're-
a real thing.
Kong.
Okay, so Chelsea, you didn't like it?
No, okay, as a person that is adamantly not a Godzilla fan, Kong vs. Godzilla, I watched the whole movie.
You
I
Well,
sat
no,
down
she
and
got
watched
she
it.
got about
I got
she
into
was
it.
about an hour or half hour in.
Yeah,
and she
they
watched
were
the rest.
following Kong to the middle of the earth.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's where I started, but the CGI was incredible. Kong looked amazing again. Godzilla didn't look so cheesy to me.
Yeah.
There was a good story.
The
you
number
know.
one thing for me is they took the humans out of it pretty much. Like it was the story was about them, pretty much. Like they had the most screen time.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like most right.
And I like that.
It felt like the movie was about them, and the humans were just the subplot to serve their story.
Yes.
That was what I liked. And also, I like the fact that the fighting looked very realistic. They made me feel like Kong did things that a giant ape would do if he was fighting a lizard that could shoot atomic breath. The way he was like jumping through
The only
buildings.
way he had a chance was with the
Man,
fucking
with that
weapon.
freaking weapon.
The fact that he was able to use.
I mean,
the
but yes, the fact that he could use tools. Because when he jumped and caught the top of that building and ripped it off and then used it as a shield and then
how
threw
many
it.
people died. That's Hong Kong.
No, they wanted you to believe that since these kaiju have been attacking, they created underground bunkers. So now whenever the alarm goes off, you just run to the. I mean, now granted, a lot of people probably still died. But I think they wanted us to think that the majority of people were able to get to some underground bunker
I mean,
somewhere.
there's 25 million people in.
Well,
I mean-
it probably did not focus on the human just devastation that happened.
No,
Because
they-
that's
the
what
way-
happened between the animals.
The way they told them buildings up, five.
That's what we kept
With no
talking about.
regard.
We're like, can
No,
you
I was-
imagine how many people live in Hong Kong? How crazy the devastation would
Well,
be?
see, because if you remember when Mechagodzilla first came out, he was coming out the mountain, and those
Yeah.
people they were going down into a tunnel thing
People were
up under
escaping,
him.
but shit came up quick.
Well, I mean that's true,
Buildings
but
were like complete building, like a whole building where there's probably in Hong Kong. You got to imagine that.
they wanted it to be realistic. They wanted it to be realistic.
I'm not mad at it.
Right?
I'm
Because
just
it made
saying.
for a good movie. It made
Consider
you
the
feel
amount
the
of
loss and the
death.
toll.
Yes.
It made you feel
Yes.
it. Because every building that they kept knocking into, I'm like, oh my God. Like, the one where fucking, where Godzilla, he had grabbed him by the shoulder in his mouth, and he like literally like just ran his fucking head through the building, and the whole building just fucking collapsed.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, if there were anybody in there, they did.
3,000 people.
Anybody in there, they was dead.
Oh, gone.
But I think
When he zaps it.
What are you doing?
not the atomic breath. Like he literally held that breath for a long ass time,
To
just
blow it
like.
all the way down.
And not just that one, but when he was like chasing him, when Kong was jumping through the building,
Yeah, it was like
he was just following him with that shit, like zapping, like cutting buildings in half,
cutting people in half.
Oh my goodness, that. And then this is another thing that I don't understand. Like, if his breath is atomic, like, wouldn't these people be doomed any fucking way? Because wouldn't there be radiation?
He would kill them just being there.
But that too. Like, wouldn't there be radiation dripping off of him?
Yeah, he's supposed. Well, maybe.
So I'm like, how can he feed off radiation and have all these radiation-based powers and not affect people anyway? Like, people should be getting cancer and growing like third limbs and shit like that.
I mean, that's truth. I don't.
Yeah, because he's highly, highly irradiated. Not to mention, the past events have made all of the monsters more active, and all of them are highly irradiated, and they're all like popping up all over the world. So how does that? They never explain that. How do they not give off that deadly radiation, even though they feed off?
I mean, they don't have to give off that.
Well, I mean, they really don't have to explain it. It was a great movie, and I didn't give a damn, to be honest.
I get you.
Because it was great. That fight in the water, like Godzilla was like, bitch, I am king.
Oh, he whooped his ass.
Yes, whooped the shit out of his
He whooped
ass.
him, and there was no doubt that Godzilla won. Even you saw that. I mean, Kong was gonna die, but
Oh yeah, if they hadn't set off them charges,
yeah, he would have
he would have died.
Yeah. But all right, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it.